Oh, you're still here? This episode is brought to you by Tigre Burrito, located at 720 Highway 62 in Wolford, Texas. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. They specialize in breakfast and lunch burritos. They've also got some plates. Tell them JP Lopez sent you. But breakfast burritos are pretty fucking huge, so you better bring a big appetite. They're the shit.
That's why you got the casting couch.
Let me find out. Let me find
Hey,
out.
babe, when I knock 3 times, that's when you can come in.
We gotta make it.
But until then, give me my privacy. No, but so you were saying when you're that rich and powerful.
Yeah. So could you imagine like going from that stature, bro, like being the man who everybody sees, right? You're on tour, you're making money, records, money, hoes, bros, whatever. And then you're having these wild parties, and then, all of a sudden you get caught up, bro, right? So then stuff starts to get leaked, the rumors are starting to flow. There's a video going around of you, beating up on your chick and all this stuff or whatever. People start coming out, people start talking, you start paying people off. And then the feds raid you, and then everything gets seized, everything's out in the public now, and then you're incarcerated. Like, all of a sudden, all that freedom, that money, that everything, bro, is to no use of you anymore. You think he's gonna start talking, bro, or they're gonna get to him before he can talk?
Well, he's on suicide watch, right?
Is he?
Yeah.
But it's not suicide. They're just scared that somebody's gonna take them out.
No,
There's too many people.
that's
yeah.
my point.
Yeah.
Is I think he's gonna snitch, but
Yeah. So that's what I'm kind of getting at, like, cause you go, like, even if he were to snitch and he were to come out, nothing's gonna be the same anymore, bro.
No.
but what are the tapes for?
But maybe his ego makes him think that he can get out of it. Oh,
I mean,
told me to
but,
hold it, right?
hey, but,
It was even worse.
Well, so maybe his ego's so big that he thinks no matter what or what happens to him, he's gonna get out of it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
if he thinks he's so big and bad, like he could
Do you really think that he thinks that he could get out of it?
Yeah,
though?
I think so. Man.
You think so?
I
You
think
so?
he's that delusional that he still thinks he's the #1 rap artist in the world today. You
Was
know what
he?
I mean?
Was
That
he ever,
never
though?
ro- that never
Was he
wrote-
ever, though?
But get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
He would
That
just
never
dance
wrote a
behind
rhyme.
people.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I think that's where his ego and his delusion is at this
Yeah.
point, is where he thinks he could get out of this mess because he knows so much.
But my
Yeah.
train of thought
So,
is
like, his
why does he have to
information-
Yeah.
snitch? Didn't he have tapes of everybody?
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
raid and get all these tapes? Like,
So it's kind of like all of this hitting the fan right now, bro. Is kind of better than, like, have y'all seen the one about the Playboy Mansion with what's his name? Hugh Hefner.
Hugh Hefner.
Yeah. So now that he's dead and
All
and
these people
this,
saying he
all
raped
this,
her.
Yeah, all this stuff is coming out, right? You know what I'm saying? So like with stuff like that, bro, I'm kind of like, why? Like I get it, but I don't though. Like, why are you talking now?
Well, Michael
the dude
Jackson-
can't defend himself. Michael
when he
Jackson,
died, that dude came out and said he was fucking touching him since he was like 12.
And then even with like Aaron Hernandez, bro, like that one dude saying that he's gay. Like I get
Yeah.
everything else that he did, bro, but like saying that he's gay, that's kind of like, okay, now the dude ain't here to defend himself, bro. And like the only intimate times that could have happened was between y'all two. So it's like
It's
your word
versus
against
nothing
his,
else. Yeah.
and then he's not.
He ain't
there.
got nothing to say, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
hard
but
to
yeah, they
believe it,
said
yeah.
that they got tapes and stuff like that. So that's where you kind of screw yourself. You know
Yeah,
what I
because
mean?
they don't need you now because the proof's already there.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because a lot of this stuff I'm sure was taken on phones, and there's certain like you could delete everything, but they still have ways of like
pulling that back,
pulling that
yeah.
back, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Because once it's out there,
It's out there, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's true.
yep.
You know,
So I don't know.
Pickle beer?
yeah.
I've never heard of that in my whole life.
I've
There's
heard of
some
pickle
in
beer,
there.
but I've never seen them flavored like that.
Yeah, there's all kinds of flavors. We got
Yeah, can I get one?
The
Yeah.
grape one is a bad
There's
motherfucker,
a-
bro.
Can I get
Hey
the
man,
grape?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I drink pickle juice because
Yeah,
I
I
get
like pickle
cramps.
juice,
But
yeah.
bro, it gives me the shits, bro. So I'm good. So I'm good.
It does
I'm
run
good, I'm
through you,
good.
bro.
It
And
does,
but
bro.
it does
I'm good.
hydrate the fuck out of
So
you,
I'm kind of
though.
like, damn, bro, do I deal with the cramps or get rid of the cramps
Well,
and deal with the shits?
Like when we work out in the sun, I have pickles, pickle
the
juice,
strawberries,
and
man.
coconut water.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
in the coolers.
Yeah.
For the guys.
Yeah, coconut water
Yeah.
is supposed to be badass, too.
But
Like that Pedialyte and the Gatorades are supposed to be good for you too.
But the Pedialyte's got a lot of sugar.
It does, bro.
Yeah.
Well, they got
They
a
have the
light
sugar-free
one,
ones,
the sugar free, yeah. They're not all that, bro, but I just chug them. You know what I'm saying?
Where do you buy these at?
I bought it at Eskimo Hut. That's my first time seeing the flavors. Well, that was my first time seeing these flavors. So my wife wanted a drink from there, so we stopped over there and I saw
Babe,
these.
that's not grape. It says blackberry.
Oh, I'll drink
said
it. That's
grape.
cool.
No, there's no grape. There's no
I
grape
thought,
in the box.
Yeah, I thought.
No, that's no, but that's cool though. Like that's hood. Like you don't say flavor. Great.
It's great.
Purple. My favorite purple.
Give me the purple.
He said that
It's
too.
like when Chappelle was like, what's in that purple stuff? You know, it's like, we got purple stuff, Sunny D. He's like, the black boy in the back is like, give me some of that purple stuff.
He said it's great.
So what you think?
I haven't tried it yet.
Dun, 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 dun.
I like it. You get that. You taste that pickle in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I like it. You can taste what in it?
Maybe the name.
Yeah, man. So I'm sure he's gonna snitch,
I think so, too.
but it's just, will they allow him to? Is he gonna get Epstein real quick or
Well, they
not?
say that all this happened because he tried to sue Ciroc, right? Or the company or
Yeah,
something like that.
the owner of that vodka brand.
Yeah.
So
Why did he try to sue them? Wasn't that his brand? Or
I think it was
that?
like money. Is like he wouldn't get a certain
Yeah,
percentage or his cut for whatever, and then they said fuck him.
They took him out of it, yeah. He lost his part out of
And
it.
then right after that happened, he sued them. Then that girl came out with the book and the allegations, and then everything just started rolling downhill for him.
Yeah.
So did y'all? I haven't heard that book
I
because
haven't
apparently
heard
it's
that
an
book
audio
either.
book or something.
Yeah.
The
Did Ramos
Ramos
say
on
that
the
you could
Pendejos?
hear it on YouTube?
Oh really?
I think that's what he said, that he went to YouTube and found it.
But he
I
said
think that's what he said.
He said because he heard the book and he said on the podcast that the very first date with that chick, who was his wife, on the very first date he asked her to plug him with a dildo.
Yeah.
God damn.
And then she put out like bodily
Third
fluid.
or fourth date.
At least, right? That's like your month anniversary.
He was disrespectful. Out of line. for that.
That's what you do on the month anniversary, not the first date,
You
motherfucker.
want me to do what?
Damn.
Came straight out of pocket with that
Hey,
one.
but she did it though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But didn't she say in the book that she was with Tupac and then Diddy wanted to be with Tupac?
Well, they tried to have a threesome or something like that.
What?
Yeah, Diddy was.
He didn't
pushing
want
it,
to. Yeah. Tupac said, "Nah, I ain't down with that." Yeah, they were trying to have
had an
Diddy
open
wanted to have a.
relationship,
He
right?
said
Yeah.
it's got to be a
I didn't
Tupac,
hear
not a
nothing
threesome.
like that.
Yeah.
Damn, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Tupac wasn't down with it.
We're good on that video. I didn't hear anything like that. Fuck. Ill.
No.
But I saw some earlier videos of that Tupac, man.
He's real feminine, huh?
Dude, super feminist. I don't think he's turning shit down, man. I'm just saying.
So that makes me think like this was all planned. Like Tupac becoming who Tupac was.
Oh, like a
Like
co-conspiracy?
yeah,
gangster
yeah,
rap
to
and,
like bring on the whole black
Yeah.
rape movement for
like
gangster
I said, I
rap
seen
type.
those things, man. Didn't he go to Juilliard too?
He was he
Yeah.
went
Like,
to
All
Juilliard.
that thing, the way he spoke, he was 16.
Have
or
you
how old
seen
was
that
he?
video of Tupac when he's like 16 and he's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
the way he was talking,
And I'm
the
like, what
voice,
the
everything,
fuck?
man.
Yeah.
he
But I
did
think a
not
lot
look
of
like
them were like that
Bishop
too,
at
bro,
all.
like,
He did not look like Bishop at all on Juice.
You remember Dr. Dre? They had him in
Yeah.
that little leotard thing too.
And then but it's all around the same time that gangster rap was coming out
Yeah.
really hard, and
Yeah.
the lyrics and was pushing more. You know
was
what I
a,
mean?
was a gangster rap.
Yeah, so they were saying it was like a whole conspiracy thing of the industry to push that on to, I guess, like the downfall of our culture or the way we thought and saw things, because we started glorifying it, right? We started wanting to be these people that never even lived that life,
Yeah.
you know. So I don't know.
Have
man.
y'all seen the TikTok videos of that guy that they say is Tupac in like Cuba or something?
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
with the dreads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You believe that
It's
or
him.
not?
I don't know.
That's him.
I mean,
you can't tell me no. You can't tell me no.
I don't think it's him, but I mean,
I don't think it is either, bro. I think a lot of people just find a way to buy into this,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I'm saying? And they just run with it. You
Like
know
they
what I'm
just
saying?
want to believe in
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
I
more
think so.
that they talk about it, the more he's believing in it.
Yeah.
You know, so now he's starting to play that character. I mean, he got to look.
Yeah, to look, but his flow is trash.
Yeah. Well, there was one I seen. There was one I seen of him with Snoop Dogg, just like last weekend or something like that. He performed with them or something like that.
Shit.
Who's that dude?
And
Snoop Dogg performed with him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but Snoop Dogg do anything for $20, bro.
He sells Skechers for $20.
$20 is $20.
Hey,
So I ain't hating on him. I'm just saying his credit's kind of gone down the fucking shithole.
ever since Martha Stewart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Once he got with Martha Stewart, he changed big time.
I think I sent you that TikTok. He's like, why the fuck is Snoop selling Skechers?
Just anything, man.
I mean, he
but
was
like-
the face of the Olympics and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he
And
was
Flavor
everywhere.
Flav. Can't forget Flavor
I mean, but like, here's the thing though, like, bro, like, how long can you be that gangster for though, bro? You know what I'm saying?
You got a girl. You know he's not.
Yeah. I
Was
mean,
he ever gangster though?
I don't think any of them ever really
Nah,
were.
man.
I mean, you probably were to a certain extent, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like Hollywood hit, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think you had to get like that persona that you're a gangster. 'Cause I mean, like Ice Cube, bro. He goes from like, you know, West Side Connection, you know, See Walking on stage to like, Are We There Yet?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the barbershop was cool. I could see that.
Yeah.
But then like, Are We There Yet? And all these other little corny
dumb
ass
movies, yeah.
Movies he
You know
had.
what I'm saying? Which they're good movies for the
Yeah,
family. But like,
But would you put yourself in those shoes? Would you do the same?
Like, you know, like I'm here at the Are We There Yet premiere, and then next week I'm on stage, sea walking again in my khakis, bro.
Oh, I get what
You know
you're
what I'm saying?
saying.
It's kind of
Okay.
like now we know that you're doing it for the bread, bro.
Yeah.
Which ain't nothing wrong
Nothing
with
wrong
it.
with it. Yeah, I
You know what I'm
feel
saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. But don't sit there and because I think he even started doing a video where he started maybe talking down on Tupac or somebody.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I think it was Tupac that I don't know. I really don't know, bro. Like I think he was like kind of discrediting like his I don't know, like his lyricism or something like that, bro. But you know what I mean? Like
No, I thought he was fucking really good at it.
Who?
Tupac.
Oh,
I think it was so I think I pissed my wife off the other day because she's like this big old Tupac fan or whatever, right? Like Tupac can't do no wrong in her eyes, bro. Which he's a dope lyricist, bro, right?
He is.
But like what's the number one rule to all these rappers? Like we only spit the truth, right? That's what everybody says. So like
Keeps it real.
So do y'all know of him having any siblings, like a brother or sister? Right?
Tupac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the songs, like me and my brother had different daddies, same mama, and then like another song, me and my little sister. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, but she's like, well, you're just trying to say like maybe he had somebody in his life close to him like a brother. I'm like, nah, you can't start.
She
You know what I'm
cut it
saying?
from-
You're taking it out of context, you know?
Yeah.
And then like he goes from like the East Coast to the West Coast, and like me, bro, like. It's always love from where I'm from. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna just switch sides on
Yeah,
you like
just
that.
shit on you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I guess that's a different fight to battle, but you know.
but that's a good, I don't know, a point of view or whatever, because you never heard that he had siblings, but yeah, he does rap about
yeah.
On Dear
with me
Mama.
and my sister on Dear Mama. Yeah.
And then there was another song where he talks about, you know, me and my brother or whatever. And I never known him to have any siblings,
Yeah.
bro. Which is cool. I'm not trying to discredit his whole rap
Yeah.
because of that, but it's kind of like at the same time, it's like what's real and what's not anymore. You know what I mean?
And I think that's why they brought all that during that time, like you're saying, conspiracy to have these people act.
can't
like
hear
they
you.
get- Oh, act like they're good. Alex, this is heavy, bro. Like fucking 300 pounds? How much is this weigh?
Hey, you thought you'd be used to it.
He sold it like this.
No, when I go to the bathroom, Adrian's there. Paul. I just fuck with y'all guys.
He said, I got help.
I got help, bro.
Oh, dude. Well, fuck, man. Let's start the fucking show on that fucking note. Well, no, that wasn't it.
John Eric. Media.
Okay, here we go.
All you ladies, pull your chi-chis out. This is the JP Lopez show. Also, if you're a transgender, pull your pecker out. This is the JP Lopez show.
What is up? Thank you for tuning back in the JP Lopez show. I always trip out when people fucking laugh at that shit. Dude, I think I fucked something up. Give me 1 second.
Like, what the hell?
Where are you? You sound so far.
All right, nope,
No.
nope.
Is that better?
No.
Way better.
Yeah, go.
Okay, we're good now, right?
Yeah.
I think we are. Motherfucker.
Hey, so I always thought that was you at the beginning of that intro, bro. I didn't know that it was
when Ramos
Andre
said that,
3000.
I thought it was fucking Ramos for real, because it does sound like when he's like, huh, you know, he exhales or some shit, and he was like, nah, that's Andre 3 Stacks. I was like,
Yeah, I thought
what
it
the
was you,
fuck?
bro.
No.
Yeah, that shit makes me laugh every fucking time.
But I always
Every
trip
time.
out, man. I always trip out when people like they hear that and then they giggle, and then I'm supposed to come in with the intro. Oh man, what's up, guys?
What's up?
I'm very, very thankful for y'all to stop on in and create this fucking episode, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I had I don't know. I had a question that was on the previous episode, but I thought it was such a badass fucking question that I left it on this week's episode.
Yeah, I was gonna hit you up and be like, bro, did you send the wrong thing?
No, I really liked it, so I was like, all right, man, we're gonna keep it, and fuck it, we'll start off with it, bro. What do you think, for real, that you're misunderstood about, or people got wrong about you?
Man, so a lot of people, even like my wife and my kids, always tell me like, man, you know, my friends don't really want to come over because they think you're mean. I guess
shit.
just the way I look, you know what I mean? Like, my wife said, you look like a thug. You know, it doesn't matter. Like, you could be in a suit, because I did insurance for a little bit, so I had my suit on. And I looked like I was going to court, or you know, or something, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
defendant.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like something, bro. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. I've changed my hairstyle.
Never the plaintiff.
I went from the south side fade to a bald fade to all the way bald to hair, and I just have that thug look, bro. You know what I mean? So a lot of people think that I'm mean. You know what I'm saying? But
You got to wear makeup now.
the glittery suit,
The glittery suit.
Dre Day. But yeah, I think that's one thing, man, that people get misunderstood. That just by the way I look, man, that people think I'm mean and still kind of, I guess I don't really want to say living that lifestyle, but it just gives that persona, bro, that I'm still mean or whatever.
I think that was my dad too. My dad would be like, he had kind of like a resting bitch face, and people that didn't know him were like, man, your dad looks mean. Like, he's a puss, man.
I know it was mean every time we went.
I mean, he was a mean motherfucker, but he's still a puss. Yes, that's crazy, bro. Like, your kids tell you their friends don't want to go.
Yeah, or like the other day, my daughter, she's doing her little thing. You know, shout out to my daughter Tiana, AZ Charm. She has this little charm bracelet, right? The company that she's doing,
okay, yeah,
or her
yeah,
little
yeah.
business. And so she had a friend over at the house the other day, and I walk in, and she goes, "See, I told you he looks like that, but he's not really mean." I'm like, "What the heck?" Bro?
Oh, shit.
You know, like a little fair warning. My dad looks mean, but he's not. You know. But,
Damn.
yeah. But like a lot of people would tell me that, like, man, you know, you're cool, bro. Like at first, I kind of thought you were a little standoffish or whatever, but I'm like, nah, man, I'm good, I'm chill.
When you walk in the room, you hear,
Everybody's all like putting their jewelry,
tucking it in. And tuck mine's in.
Shit.
So I
What
think
do
that's
you
it
get
is.
misunderstood about you?
I was thinking about this today. I was talking to my wife about it, but I think the only thing that really I get misunderstood is I'm pretty straight up with everybody. You know, I treat everybody the same, no matter who it is. But I think the thing I get misunderstood the most is like my athletic ability to perform on anything that I try to do. You know, like I'm not the best at everything, but I compete so much that I could do anything and at least compete, you know. And a lot of people see as big as I am or something like that, like, oh, you know, you can't do this or that or whatever. We had a couple of guys from my buddies in Plainview. They talking about pickleball. Never played pickleball in my life, so I went over there to Target, bought some paddles. We took off to Plainview. Me and her went 6-0. Never lost a game.
Oh, shit.
And these people played pickleball all the time. Like they had their own bags, rackets, and
Were you on pickle beer?
No.
And that's why I got pickle beer.
but I think a lot of people misunderstand thinking just because I'm as the size I am that I'm, you know, the only thing I can't do is run. Like you'll beat me in a race. I ain't gonna do that. But everything else, man, I'm pretty athletic and you know I'm pretty decent at most of the stuff I do. I think that's what people don't realize that.
I got that my whole fucking life, and it pissed me off, dude.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, it'd be like, oh, man, you're athletic for your size. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, here I am thinking I'm, like, you know,
at least fit looking, and they're like, no, you look like a fat slob, but you're pretty fucking athletic. That's how I took it as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, I get that all the time. I mean,
Backhanded compliment.
Like, well, fuck you, man.
that or people don't think I have a lot of knowledge. Like with her, she tries to fact check me on a lot of stuff, dude. And
That's just a wife, though, bro.
and I know a lot about a
It's like
bunch
you're
of,
Trump on a debate. Hey, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's the way she is. I mean, dude, I'll say something and she's like, I don't believe you. She'll bring it up. And I said, I told you. I was like, she was like, how do you know this stuff? I was like, I don't know how I know a bunch of stuff. I watch a lot of TikTok. I see Flamingo's thing put me on a lot of stuff, you know, like all the stuff they talk about. Like I start listening, and I mean, I've been watching the show since day one. So all the stuff he has, I just keep putting it in my brain, and then I'm watching TikTok, and now that's on my feed, and conspiracy theories are all up on my feed. So I look at all this stuff, and I tell her about it, and she's like, you know a lot of stuff, but I don't believe you half the time. So she fact checks me for everything.
Yeah.
Shout out Donnie Flamingo.
Yeah.
My wife does that same shit, man. And what sucks is like I'll tell my wife some shit and she don't believe it. And then like months later, she'll hear it from someone else and she'll be like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "I fucking told you that months ago." Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it gets old, dude. It gets like real old.
See, my wife does that, but I'll be lying half the time. You know what I mean? I'll be like, "Oh man, that person, this happened and this happened." I'll just tell the whole story, and she'd be like, "For real?" I'm like, "Nah." Just
I'll do the same thing. My kids like, I don't know what to believe.
I do that too sometimes. Sometimes I'll bullshit my way out of it, and she won't fact check me, and I'll be like, all right, this one I won because she didn't catch me. So
catch me in that lie.
All right, there was a lady who drowned her kids. Okay?
But Amanda's gullible, you know her.
It was at Rogers Park. All right.
Like I had her believing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre happened in Amarillo.
Oh shit,
dude! For years, I forgot that I lied about it, right? And my sister-in-law's from Canyon, and she was like, "Yeah, you know that happened over there and stuff." She was like, "No, it didn't," and she was like, "So on, tell her that it did happen." I was like, "No, it didn't. I forgot. I told you
She's
that."
like, "You motherfucker."
She's like, "Yeah, you did tell me." "Nah, I didn't tell you that."
That's funny.
I don't know, like, I heard that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was like a true story from a guy out of Wisconsin or something.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, and then there was like it didn't sound right to be like the Wisconsin Chainsaw Massacre, so they just made it to Texas. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I heard.
Like pictures like you know how TikTok don't lie, but they show the pictures of like the house.
It's in
like
Granger,
somewhere,
right?
Yeah, somewhere
in Granger,
close,
Texas.
Yeah. Like really close.
Yeah,
and
one of
I'm
my
like,
friends
oh,
just
shit.
posted that, and he tagged Granger, Texas.
See,
So I think it's here.
that's
but
not that far. It's not on the way to Dallas.
Granger?
Ranger.
Because I always thought it was like in Spur or Dickens area. Is that where Granger's at?
Ranger, like with an R.
Granger, yeah, GR.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking Ranger, Texas, like on the way.
oh, where that big hill is?
Yeah, where you pass like through Cisco and
Yeah.
all that stuff right there.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's what I heard. I heard it was like based out of a fucking
You're
killer in
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Amarillo.
San Juan was right.
He was correct. It only cost me $20,000 to put that out there.
It says 5 hours from Lubbock.
So
It's by the hill country,
yeah, it's
right?
out there by Dallas, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a little bit of a ways, like
By Waco?
Yeah. Let me see.
So I it's like you said, TikTok don't lie, right? And you see stuff on TikTok and you're like, sometimes you're gullible and you believe that shit, right? I've always thought
It's
of
by
like
Austin.
Boston.
Makes sense.
Yeah, by Georgetown. Yeah, Hill Country.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's that place where it's called the Devil's Backbone around there. And every time that we go that way, shit, dude, I get nervous every time. Yeah, because I think about that. And one time we were driving with, we were going out of town with my mother-in-law and father-in-law. And my mother-in-law told us, hey, can y'all stay up to help with the deer, you know, because my father-in-law was driving. We were coming in late one night, and I'm sitting behind my mother-in-law, my wife's sitting behind her father-in-law driving, my father-in-law, and then we see this lady in a white dress, and it's probably, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. We drive, and dude, there's no car we pass.
On the street?
Yeah, she's on the highway right there by the Devil's Backbone, and she's wearing a white dress, and we see her clear as day pass right by us, and she passes right next to my window. And dude, ever since that, bro, anytime I travel there, I'm like, we're going in the daytime. I ain't driving.
Why didn't y'all pick her up?
Bro, dude, like,
Was she hot?
Like,
We did an Airbnb with our friends 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and we
Yeah.
I didn't know about it, and it was out like with houses. It was like a mile difference, and you turn off the lights, and it was pitch black.
Like that, your neighbors are like 2 miles that way.
Yeah, bro, and the crazy thing about the Airbnb house, they had no blinds. Everything was open windows. So the bedrooms were all open, straight up to the mountains, or the hill country. But they had nothing to no privacy at all. It was just wide open. It was crazy. But ever since that lady that we saw, that lady when we drove by, I was like, dude, I'll never drive that area. But I always think about the Chainsaw Massacre, all that stuff happening.
That's how the wife and I get down.
Yeah, you just
That's
close your
how.
eyes.
No, that's how we get busy on vacations. Just out in the open. We don't give a fuck. We ain't gonna see these motherfuckers ever again.
Well, we had 8 people there,
like,
so we could
oh,
do
shit.
Oh shit! Hey, we saw y'all fucking. Oh, cool.
I texted him and said, "Damn."
I saw a TikTok where it had like the mom coming in the room in the kitchen, and he's like, "Mom's walking in like we just didn't get her, like we just didn't hear her getting railed a minute ago."
I seen one that said, "Don't ever kiss your mom on your dad's birthday or the day after your dad's birthday or anniversary." I was like,
You don't know them lips and bend, goddamn it.
Hey, how many of y'all thought like, damn, I just kissed her on my dad's birthday?
Yeah.
You start thinking like,
Yeah, damn.
I don't have to think about it.
Ew.
Oh, man.
Bro, what do people, what to get, blah, 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 started to sound like a Puerto Rican. What do people just misunderstand about you? Or get wrong about you?
I guess it's the new me, I guess, that I have issues with. I feel like a lot of people think, like the success I have now, it's always been there. You know what I mean? Like, it took me a long fucking time to get here. A lot of grinding and working and sacrifice, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of people that don't, just barely met me now is like, oh, man, must be nice. And,
yeah.
Or if I'm doing something like, oh, well, you have the money. I'm like, bro, it took me a long time to get here. You know what I mean? It wasn't given to me. Like, and so I always feel like, especially with the guys that work for me and stuff like that, it always feels like they think everything is just given. It's just easy. You know what I mean? Like, I never had it hard. I don't know what it is to make what they make and stuff like that, bro. I'm like, dude, I've been there. You see my truck? Like, you see my little work truck?
Like, even, like, because you're owner-operator, but even then, you're still working your ass off.
Yeah.
Like, how does anyone say that's easy?
Because, like...
Or you got it easy.
Yeah, because, like, we'll go on vacation, we're gone a week, and then I'll come back, and the very next month, I'll go out of the country again, right? And then I'm going to go again next month, right? So they're like, oh, it must be nice. I'm like, but like, I got in at 3:30 Friday and went straight to work. You know what I mean? I nonstop work while I'm here, but they just don't see it, and it gets mad, and then I feel like they're like, oh, this, and I'm like, dog, like, I can still be hood, like I can still fuck y'all up, like y'all don't get that.
You knew what I was doing on these trips.
Yeah, like I come from, I'm from Tech Ghetto, but I grew up in the Arnold Benson, right? So that's where I'm from, man, all my life, and like God, man, I don't even want to say nothing bad about old boy from when I was on Donnie's show.
Yeah.
But when he was like, he had to move to Evans to understand what it was and get out of the hood. Like, I'm from the hood. Like, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's just a work ethic, and you want something, you work hard, man, you can get it. You don't have to move out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I just get that feeling like a lot of people think where I'm at now is always been that easy for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real quick, and I don't want to cut you off, but you're from the hood. You moved out of the hood.
Yeah.
You've got a fucking nice, lavish-ass home. Do your old school friends think, like, any certain way about that type of shit?
I've had some people, yeah, because, I moved out of the hood. In 2008, I built my first house. Nothing like the one that I'm in now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was nice. It was 1,700 square foot. Sprinkler system. I never had. I just had the manguera. You know what I'm saying? Moved the sprinkler around. But so we had, a 2-car garage. Stuff like that. So that was a big accomplishment for me, bro. To move out of the hood but to always remember where I came from and still have love for the hood and still have that connections with the homies from the hood, you know, and but there was still some that I thought I was better than them, and I was like, bro, like you know, like you don't have to have that hood mentality, bro, to like my parents were living in the hood, I have to stay in the hood. My parents were Catholic, I had to be Catholic. My parents were this, I had to be this or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then whenever I moved to the house that I'm in now, you know, we had built it, and it's funny, bro. I think I might have told this story on this podcast, but I had, you know, we had built our second house, so I kind of already knew from the first house, like, I got to stay on these fools' ass, bro, because I had went over, they had my island glued to the floor backwards and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So I started going over there like, hey, bro, like, why is the trash can on that side? My wife cooks over here, you know what I'm saying? So we had to move it around or whatever, so I'd go over there every day. And then I saw somebody from the hood, bro, so I was in there just walking around doing whatever, and this dude was like, zzz, he was drilling in my hardware, and I'm in the master bathroom of our bathroom, right? And I walk in there, and he turns around like, hey, what's up, Shy Boy? I said, hey, what's up, bro? He said, damn, what they got you doing out here? I'm like, nah, it's my house, bro. Like,
He's all,
crib, bro.
hey, the owners don't like when you use the restroom here, bro.
He's like, what they got you doing out here? Like, nah, it's my house, bro. So yeah, man. But there's been some people, bro, that they for the most part, a lot of people show me love to my face. What they say behind my back, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I really
between
don't
them
know.
and whoever they said it to always.
But I've had some homeboys that tell me like, man, you know, I would like something nice like this, and I know they can get it because they got the bread, but they love the fact that they're closer to family, they're closer to the way we grew up, which there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? They got a really nice house in the hood, you know what I'm saying? But to me, I didn't move out because I wanted to keep my kids away from a certain anything or whatever. I moved out because that was an accomplishment for me on my own, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do that on our own. And, you know, because, I mean, the house that I had built, you know, the first house that we had built, on the next block, some dude was selling meth, bro, and he got busted. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Nice neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? He got busted selling meth. Right there where I'm at now, I mean, I don't really know my neighbors like that. I try to get out and meet people and stuff like that.
Dang, for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
But, you know, I mean, it's there, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's what I wanted to accomplish for my family. And it was like a self, you know what I'm saying? I did it for me, bro. For me and my family, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
But,
got to do everything for yourself. And I don't get the mentality like, well, you moved out of the hood, so you sold out. Like, the fucking objective was to move out of the hood in the first place. Like,
I moved out of that neighborhood. The hood didn't move out. Like, I'm still the same person. I still have love for everything that's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being out, you get more opportunity. Like, I see, like, especially when I see youngsters, man, I'm like, golly, man. I look at them like, bro, we all did the fuck up. Get paid Friday, be broke Saturday, spend all your money, party and stuff. Once you get past that stage, man, it's gonna be easier for you, man. You just got to get past that, bro. Yeah. You know, always telling them, man, and they're just, you know, they're just being knuckleheads, and I get it, being youngsters, rascals. But it's just like, man, I watch them, and I'm just like, golly, I see myself, and I'm telling them, man, you can have better. You could have anything you want, man. Anything you want. You just got to want it.
Yeah. There was a kid that I talked to not too long ago. He's like 22 years old. Maybe not even 22, maybe like 21. 20 and he was just telling me how hard life is, and he needed a new place. He just got kicked out of a home, and he lost his job, all this shit. I said, dude, you have the greatest thing going for you right now is you're young. I guarantee you an 80, 90-year-old billionaire would switch shoes with you in a heartbeat to go to being a broke 20-year-old. And I'm like, they would do it in a heartbeat. A fucking old billionaire would switch lives with you quick, man. And I don't think it hit what I was trying to say. I don't think it hit him, but it's true, man. Like your youth, that's fucking everything. Like you got so much time to fuck up,
to do different things.
Yes,
all the chances you could take and still come back from it. The older you get, man, it's like I was telling Adrian and them before. Like when you're young, I tell my daughter, I tell my son, like, you know, here's the time, because you could fuck up and you could come home. You know what I mean? And what I mean by fuck up is like you could take a chance on a business or an investment, and if you lose, you learn from that. But you got somewhere to fall back. You got time. But when I'm 44, about to be 44, I think something in there.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere in there. But now I have kids and responsibilities,
Yeah.
so the chances are bigger because
You got
if I
people depending
lose,
on you.
all these people are depending on me. But when you're young, 21, 18, man, you got everything in front of you, nothing to lose, man.
So like with that being said, do you wish that you would have done, like a long time ago?
Yeah, like I always worked with my pops. So I always worked, right? But I was always afraid because I always, I was like, oh man,
take
I
the
don't know.
step.
Take the step because
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I don't, because I quit school at ninth grade, right? So I was like, I'm
damn
not
it,
smart
9?
enough. Yeah. See?
That's not what I heard.
Now you can see, ninth grade, same shit.
Till I quit at 9. The school, the me driving a junior high is a lie, bro. I quit at 9.
Well, no, I wasn't lying. I was the lunch lady there.
That's why I had the car. I had to bring in the meat. But, so I always thought, I'm not smart enough. I can't do it. You know what I mean? And so I just did the construction thing and with my pop. And then he was always afraid to do commercial to make it bigger, make money. You know what I mean? He always thought he had to be with the little jobs and the little things and stuff like that. And then I just got to golly, man, I'm going to hate to say this. My first wife's dad, I can't stand that dude, but he taught me a lot not to be afraid. The worst thing is tell you no, right?
Yeah.
So he would walk around, man, and go to and get these, like he did construction too, but it was on, that's where I got the idea, well not the idea, where I would bid on big jobs and then sell them. And that's all he did. He never touched any kind of construction shit. He would bid on big jobs and then sell them to smaller companies, construction companies.
Damn.
And he made a killing doing it, right? And so I was like, man, I could do that, right? So I would watch him, man, and he hated me with a passion, like a straight up.
But it was
passion.
mutual.
Yeah,
We
mutual love.
hated it, yeah.
And but I learned a lot from him, as in like just go in there confident and don't be afraid to do it. And so after I had got out of the service and I got divorced, I was like, well, I ain't got nothing to lose, right? I ain't got shit to lose. So I just took what I knew and just ran with it, man. And it worked out for me, I learned a lot. A lot of times I didn't make nothing and I lost. It cost me money to do the job, but then I learned, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I learned and then I was like, man, okay, now I'm not scared to do commercial and I'm not scared to go talk to these guys that I know at that time were way above me on business, you know what I mean? Now I'm like, I'll talk to anybody. I don't give two shits, you know what I mean? If you don't like me or you don't like what I do, then I'm in the same situation. You know what I mean? You didn't hire me, didn't make a difference. But if you do hire me, it's going to change for me.
Yeah.
So.
It was a real hood chick that taught me a little bit about my business, photography. Excuse me. She is my wife's friend, and her good friend was getting married. She wanted to hire me for the whole day. I've never had that. I've had a certain price for like a few hours, but for the whole day. So I was like, well, if this few hours is this much, and then I was like, let's just say 8 hours is this much. And then I quoted her, and she was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, she's telling me, like, legit, talking to me exactly like, she's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, that's cheap. She's asked a whole bunch of motherfuckers, and that's like 4 times that. She goes, raise that shit. And I'm like, I thought I was like charging my price for it. She was like, no, I fucking like raised that shit. So then I was like, okay, I thought about it and I did the math and I was like, I sent another quote, right? And she was like, motherfucker, higher. And I'm like, God dang. And then it took me for that interaction to know what other people in town were charging for that shit. Mm-hmm. And then I was just like, fuck, my prices are way too low. Way too low.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then I finally sent her the third quote and she was like, yeah, that's better. And I was like, okay.
Thank you.
No, that's dope, bro, because a lot of people think that because you're a friend or family that they're entitled to a discount. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude.
And when in all reality, like, because you're my friend, I'm going to bless your game, bro, and give you more than what you're asking just because. You know
and that's something that I want Thomas to fucking ever understand. He goes over there to cut my yard, and he's like, no, I still owe you. I'm like, bro, you tell me that every time. I want to give you money. He's like, no, I still owe you. And I'm like, I'm going to pay you. And then he'll fucking get mad at his daughters for, like, giving me his Cash App and shit. Like, I'm like, bro, like, you're my boy. I want to pay your full price. Like,
yeah, we do that on the food truck a lot. We give out a lot of food, but it's not because I want to hook up my homeboys because y'all's presence of being in my line and showing love like that, bro, like a sandwich ain't nothing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the cost of a grilled cheese sandwich to hand out and give to somebody to show me love is I mean, just y'all's presence of just coming out there and supporting, showing, taking pictures of my line or sharing my posts or whatever, dude, that means more than anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anytime that anybody comes, bro, and they're cool people with me, dog, like y'all could eat anytime.
I think,
you know what I mean?
think being a blessing and asking for a blessing are two different things,
Yeah.
though. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start asking for it, it's not a blessing, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A blessing is you saying, like, don't worry about it. I got it. I had a homeboy hit me up the other day, and he always asked me, bro, like, can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, yeah, I'm always doing stuff for him. He's a real estate agent, so I'm doing his personal house or different houses that he has on the market or whatever, right? Well, then he hit me up like, hey, can you help me take all the furniture inside the house to the garage? I said, yeah, it's cool. I said, I got a busy day, but I'll squeeze you in, bro. Don't worry about it. Well, then he hit me up and said, hey, don't worry about it. I ate my Wheaties today. I got more out than I thought I could, but I do need the alley cleaned up. Like, can you come and clean up the alley? And I saw the alley because I mowed that yard the day before, and it was shit everywhere, bro. I just cut the grass. I didn't do all the extra stuff, but it was like past his fence line. It was his neighbor's mess, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess it was going to affect the look of the house or whatever. So he asked me, hey, can you come by clean it up? I said, yeah, bro, I got you. I go over there and I chop down these big-ass weeds, throw all the trash, just make it look clean, right? Blew everything off, made it look real good. And then I said, hey, bro, we're good. I got you. He says, how does it look? I said, man, I forgot to send you a picture, but it looks good, bro. Don't worry about it. And he goes, well, how much I owe you? I said, nah, I don't. It's cool. We're good, bro. And he said, nah, man, come on, bro. Like, how much do I owe you? I said, bro, you've always been a blessing to me. Like, I'll give him a price, bro. Like, how much for taking the stuff out of my attic and cutting the grass and all of that. I said, man, it's this much. Cool. He always pays me way above what I ask him, bro. So I said, hey, don't even worry about it, bro. I said, for real. I said, it wasn't nothing for me to go and do that. I should have did it whenever I was there, to be honest. But you're a blessing to me, bro. Like, let me do this on the cool. You know what I mean? So it's cool when you do stuff like that, right? But he wasn't asking me to do it for free. You know what I mean? So that's different, man. Because I have a friend who will, like, sucker you in with his little sob stories, bro, to make you just be like, man, here, take it all, bro. You know what I mean? There's pickle beer in there, too. You know what I mean? Like, that's how he is, bro. It makes, you know what I'm saying?
Here, take my fucking chones.
That's not, to me, that's not a blessing, bro. You know what I mean? That's you giving me your sob story to make me feel sorry for you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But
There was a guy in Miami, a homeless guy in Miami, bro. It's funny that you said that, man. Like the sad sob story. It fucking just. I'm walking out of 7-Eleven. We're buying beer for the beach, and we stay in an Airbnb that's like a high rise, but across the street from is a 7-Eleven. So you just cross the street, buy your beer, and then take it to the beach, right? So I'm fucking walking out with like 2 fucking 30 packs. And this homeless guy's like, hey, sir, hey. And I'm just like, I ain't trying to fucking hear you. And then he goes, hey, man, I don't, what'd he say? I could sit here and tell you a lie, bro, but I'm not. He goes, I just want one of those beers, man. I opened that fucking 30 pack. I gave him 2 beers, and he was like, yeah, man, the good Lord told me to tell you the truth. And he was like, and it worked out. And I was like, I don't think that was the good Lord, bro. But it worked. But it worked. But yeah, he's like, hey, man, he's like, I could tell you this side sob story, man, but can you just give me 2 of those beers?
Keeping it real, huh?
I was like, yeah, man, here you go. The good Lord told me not to lie. You fucking liar. That wasn't the good Lord.
Oh, shit.
So, keep it light. Did you watch much TV when we were kids?
Oh, not really, man.
You didn't? So this question is not
Let me tell you,
gonna...
I had just one, and it was the Wonder Years.
Okay.
Dude, I was in love with
That was my number one.
That
Wendy.
was good.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck was her name?
Wendy, right?
Wendy.
Yeah.
It was Winnie?
Winnie Cooper.
Winnie Cooper.
Yeah.
She was on that Lego. Not the Lego. The one where they did the dominoes and it had to fall. It was a show. It was on Netflix. Y'all, nobody saw it? She's on it, bro. She is banging.
Still banging?
Yeah.
Man, Amanda was like, why are you watching this? You don't even, I was like,
Shut up, go to bed.
it's great. It's great. She looks the same. Just thin. Just That's
It's badass.
bro.
Still with the long hair?
Long fucking hair.
If
That
you've
was
got
great.
long, straight, jet black hair, that's already like 70 points for me.
yeah.
70 points for me, dude. Yeah. Like, for real. And she always wants to dye it and cut it. I'm like, man, you're going to end up homeless if you do. For real. Do you have top 3 TV show sitcoms?
Yeah, I do. I would say Wonder Years is up there, bro. Wonder Years is dope.
Is it?
Cheers, I used to like Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Norm.
Yeah, Norm.
I saw
back, back in that days. I never used to watch them, bro. But like Night Court came out. Remember Night Court?
Yeah, with Bull.
And then Coach. Remember Coach?
Oh, Dauber.
Yeah,
Minnesota, right?
And,
Minnesota.
And
I forgot about
something, it was
Coach.
something with that girl Murphy Brown.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't used to watch them, but they were up there. You
My
know what I'm saying?
pops watched all them shit, so
But
of course I
think
had
it
to
was
watch them.
The Wonder Years, Cheers, and then I got a little older, bro, a little frisky. I Beverly Hills.
90210?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I forgot
Everybody
about
about
that.
that one, man.
That was like our soap opera. Like,
Yeah.
you go to school
Beverly
the next
Hills.
day and talk about it and shit.
Every time about Dylan.
But whenever well, I don't know her name on the show, but it was Kelly. She joined the 90210. Kelly from Saved by the
Yeah,
Bell.
from Saved by the Bell. But that was later on, though.
Later
It was,
on,
like,
yeah,
way
yeah,
later
yeah.
on.
For real?
Yeah.
I didn't know she was on there.
Yeah,
I didn't
was a
know she was
part
on
of
there
it.
either.
It was
Right
like
before
later
they,
on.
yeah, but like
seasons.
before they quit it all, right?
My dad used
I think
to.
after that Shannon whatever left the show, right? They brought her in.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, she was a little scandalous
Oh, yeah.
chick in the show.
A little
Yeah,
fast ass.
Yeah, a little fast ass.
My dad used to watch Knots Landing and shit.
Yeah. Dallas, remember that?
And
Dallas,
the Love
Landing,
Boat.
The Love Boat.
But the shows that I remember were Martin, In Living Color.
Yep.
Those 2 shows were fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Living Color was badass.
And goddamn, I gotta go to my notes so I'm not lying. Sanford and Son.
You know, I
Yeah.
never got
I
into
watched
that,
the
bro.
shit
I
out of
never got
Sanford
into
and
that
Son,
one
bro.
at all.
Yeah. And then
Did
when
you
they,
ever used to watch Herman's Head? You remember that shit?
I never even heard of it.
You remember that?
Never.
I'm gonna have to show you, bro. It was like this dude's like his thoughts were there was like 4 or 5 people inside of his head. Yeah, that's
For
what it was
real?
about. Yeah.
Was it a cartoon?
No, it was a show.
It was a real, no.
No, I never heard of it.
So yeah, Sanford and Son, and then one of my most favorite all-time shows, well, there's 2 of them. Excuse me, is That 70s Show, and then Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I never saw that one.
Never saw that one either.
Dude,
Yeah.
like the first 8 seasons, anything after like 7 or 8 seasons.
I've heard good things about
Dude,
it.
it's hilarious.
Married with Children's up there too, bro.
Dude,
Oh,
Married with Children was good.
Yep.
But on that 70s show, they made a new one, that 90s show.
Yeah,
They with their kids.
I've heard about it, but it sucks.
Trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
You can't remake.
Yeah,
shit,
you
bro.
can't, bro.
But it's the
It's
same
hard.
grandparent. It's
That's
the same
it.
parents, right?
And then the girl Donna comes back once in a while.
That dude, what's his name? Danny Masterson's.
Yeah, he's in the
He
pen.
fucked everything
Yeah,
up,
he's in
right?
the pen, yeah.
He like got all the fucking shows
For
pulled
like
off.
a rape, right? A rape
Yeah, but
show?
like nobody shows the '70s show no
Yeah.
more because of that. Like they pulled it all off. Because that was like Seinfeld to me. Because when I see Seinfeld anywhere, I'll just watch it. But when
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
'70s show, I would just fucking watch it. I fucking love that show.
Yeah. My 3 were The Wonder Years was number 1. I mean, it was just iconic. It had a lot of life lessons. The dad was badass. Like the
was the
respect.
dad.
Yeah,
He was
like
the
his
dad.
dad was everything. You know what I mean? Like
His
he was,
dad wasn't an idiot like in all the other shows.
Yeah, and he was scared of his dad. You know, like kids don't have that respect for their parents no more. You know, and that showed it. You know, like whenever his dad said, "This is what it is," that's what it was. You know, but that was one of my shows, Quantum Leap.
Oh, shit.
That was a fucking good show.
I forgot about that one.
I got one at the.
He's like, I'm a retard.
I used to like Quantum Leap a lot, and I guess my last one was probably like Martin. I think you know because
Dude, I forgot about
bro.
Quantum Leap.
yeah,
That was
But
a
I mean,
badass show.
when we were
badass
talking
show.
at the tailgate, man, any of the shows on TGI Friday, man, was dude. Family Matters, Step by Step.
The dinosaurs.
Yeah, the dinosaurs, all them were solid, dude.
That chick Al on Step by Step, the tomboy,
I don't really remember it,
bro. She was like my number 1 all-time crush. Like
Over to
She was for real.
Yeah?
For real. I like that girl. I would just watch it just for her. Yeah.
Yeah. Or even Saved by the Bell was
Yeah,
like
Saved by the
super
Bell, yeah.
super big for me too.
Saved by the Bell was Saturday mornings, right? Right?
Yeah.
The new episodes came out on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, they show them all week, but yeah, the new ones were Saturday.
And I remember like specifically fucking off like cartoons for Saved by the Bell. You know what I mean?
Did y'all used to watch Silk Stockings?
No, on USA?
Dude, that sounds super familiar.
Or Nip Tuck.
Nip Tuck.
yeah.
That was one of our
Yeah.
That was our show
Yeah.
too, dude. Nip Tuck. But that's when I was already married with
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Now I
She's a
don't
little
watch.
older.
She watches.
Fuck, you were been married from Nip Tuck?
Dude.
That was a long time ago.
Dude, we've
said
been
from
married
Nip
for
Damn.
2005.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit, me too.
So
I'm like, damn, that's a long time. Me too.
yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah,
I know Nip Tuck.
we'd
Yeah,
watch Nip Tuck
I'm
and all
beating
that.
everybody here.
Yeah, because
20
it was Nip
years.
Tuck.
20 years.
20 years.
Yeah, we're right there behind you.
Yeah.
We're not too far. So yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, she's
we've been
I'm
Two
over here
more
like,
years.
damn.
since I was
I'm like, yeah, me
16.
too.
I'm already 40.
Damn, since you were 16.
That's when we got together. Was 16. We're 40.
Dude, that's badass.
So we've been together since juniors.
Y'all didn't
Junior high
fuck
school.
with HBO shows?
Yeah.
Like 6 Feet Under?
no, I fucked with like Cat House.
Oh,
real-
yeah. Yeah.
Real sex.
I remember Cat House.
The
real
The
sex.
taxi cab confession.
The real sex, those were fucking weird, man. Those were like motherfuckers acting like horses and shit with their tits out. Like, what the fuck is this? Like,
we were actually looking up them shows just because we were talking about them. We were like, man, you remember all these fucking shows? We had a Fire Stick that allegedly was broken, but anyway, we were looking for them shows. You can't find them nowhere.
You gotta go to Tubi.
Nowhere. Like, I couldn't find them at all, and I was like, dude, I don't know where the hell they were.
they're not even on Max.
No.
Wow.
That's
We didn't
crazy.
have
Nope.
cable, man, so it had to be.
There was a show on HBO called Hung. Did y'all watch that? The guy with the huge dick. That was a good show
I'm sure
too.
you saw it. I didn't know that one.
You're talking to your wife. I'm sure you saw it.
No, but there's a show that I think every wife needs to see. I don't know what it is.
Really?
What is it? What is it? True Lies.
Tell me lies.
Tell me lies.
Tell me.
On
Just
Netflix?
tell them to look it up and
On
and watch
Netflix?
it.
Tell me lies. I don't.
Did it?
Okay.
Did the second season just come out?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
I seen it. They're like,
College kids.
it ends with a like a wedding.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that.
Spoiler alert.
Yes, you watch. You watch
ruined
that.
it.
It's gonna be the. It's gonna be the.
I didn't watch it, bro. My wife.
She's not watching it.
She's like, hey, tell me lies. Yeah.
You have any guilty pleasure shows?
Yeah, some of them damn shows she watches them holiday home baked cookies.
Oh,
like,
shit.
bro! Bro, like the cookie designs, I'm like, dude, they're freaking amazing, dude.
Dude, the pumpkin carving and shit
Yes.
like that, bro. I get all cooking. I have like a 4-year
said the
culinary degree, bro. Just from watching these shows.
We
man.
were we got into it so much, dude. I was like, you know what? We're gonna start making fucking cupcakes. So it was back when the cupcakes started getting big. You know, everybody's
Cupcake
trying to do
wars.
cupcakes. Dude, I spent probably $200 on stuff like top notch flour, all this stuff. Dude, dude, our fucking cupcakes didn't even rise. They were in the pans, and I told her, I was like, all right, we're gonna try this again.
She's like,
So
play. Pause.
yes.
What the fuck
What are we doing wrong? What the fuck are we doing wrong?
That's exactly what we were talking about, dude. I was like, dude, check the oven. Is our degrees right? Dude, we go over there, and then I told her, I said, you know what? I think we stirred it too much. We fucking,
Yeah, you can't overbeat it,
we
bro.
pissed
You
off
can't
the flour,
overbeat it.
dude. Like,
Yeah.
we got to stir it less than that. Like, be gentle with it. So we're there just, kind of being gentle with the flour, putting it in there. Like, we set our timer, dude. We open that up. We're like, I still ain't done. We close it back up.
Hey, you can't open it, bro.
Dude.
It's just heat, bro.
Turn the light on.
Trust
turn the
me.
light on.
I know.
No, they said fold it in. They said fold. You're not folding it in.
You're flipping. Fold.
You didn't need it right. You didn't.
Oh, her cookies are good. Yeah, the only thing that came out good about that, she makes badass sugar cookies now. Like every Christmas, it's her making cookies. Everybody wants her cookies, but that's the only sugar cookies. The only thing she can make on it.
The cupcakes didn't rise, right?
Never.
But were they good?
No,
You didn't? They tasted like shit.
Fuck, I threw them away.
Oh, shit.
Dude, we have all our. I still got the bag of flour from like 8 years ago. Still sitting up there.
Y'all tried them, though, right?
No.
Oh man.
I didn't even try it.
Oh, you didn't try
Dude,
it?
I'm telling you this, $200. I would have every single one of them.
No.
Just sad as fuck. You know.
Dude, we
A lot of
bought
money.
a Swifter, we bought the mixer, we bought new pans, we bought, dude, everything, dude. Like we were like, bro, we're gonna fucking do this, dude. Like we're gonna be badass. Hell no,
Man, Food Network fucked us.
Yeah, dude. They make it look all easy, bro. It's like they pick an ingredient, they'll make anything out of anything. And I'm like, we gotta make basic vanilla ones, right? Like, no, couldn't do it. Never.
Damn.
Didn't even get to taste them, dude.
The wife and I, we've got a guilty, or I got a guilty pleasure, and it's called Love Island.
Well, okay, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Dude, like,
Is that the one with the X's and stuff that gets
No,
on the island?
it's like it's just like
They're trying to find their love, right? And they get
and then they
a light
like
comes
they
on,
trade,
yeah.
like they just trade. So
Like
like
swingers?
a few days, they pair you with the chick.
Then you got to say
And
if you want to
and,
stay
like,
with them, right?
Well, it's weird. It's weird because like sometimes they just say, all right, we're gonna pair y'all differently, or sometimes it'll be like the girls they'll bring new girls and then they get to steal the guys. It's trash. It's fucking trash. But there we are, fucking binge watching it, and I'm like, oh man, I can't believe it. And I'm all talking to my wife while into the show, like, what the fuck?
He's all tweeting. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. My kids and my wife got me watching One Tree Hill.
One Tree, I haven't.
I'm all invested.
That's over, right?
Yeah, it's over.
So you're
It's almost over for me, bro. I got like a few episodes and it's over for me.
I don't want to watch it, then it'd be over.
I'm saving the last one.
It's almost over, bro.
Dude, I have two. It's Hell's Kitchen. I love watching Hell's Kitchen. I actually went to it in D.C.
Damn.
And I was like, man, it was really nice, man. They had the blue side and the red side when you go in there. But nobody's yelling or screaming. I was like, I want somebody to come like fucking punch my risotto or something. You know what I mean? Like make it authentic for me. But that one, and then I don't like the show, but I love watching it with my wife just to fuck with her. Is Guided? Is it Guided? No, General Hospital. Which one is that one?
Young and the Restless.
No, it's the one that had Stefano in it.
Thank you.
And,
Days of Our Lives?
Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives, right?
Your wife watches that?
She watches it, bro.
Damn.
She'll be
good.
watching, and she waits till I go to sleep, and then I'll wake up to get water or something, and there she's in the living room watching it, and I'll go sit down with her, and I was like, he's gonna fucking die. He's gonna die, right? Because I'll go and I'll watch him ahead of her, right? All the shit, and then I'll just to see who's dying and stuff, and then I'll come back and act like I don't, and I'll just guess shit. I was like, I'm just guessing. I'm just gonna die. He's gonna come back. He never died for real, and she'd be so fucking pissed, man.
For real?
You ruined it for me. I was like, well, fuck, he died 3 times already.
That's what I was about to
he was
say.
gonna come back again.
Like, goddamn. I remember my dad used to get mad as fuck. Hey, record Days of Our Lives. Like he would call me, and like it'd be a summer, like just a random summer day, and I guess he forgot to set the fucking the VHS shit, and he's like, hey, I need you to record Days of Our Lives. I'm like, man, what the fuck, Dad? And then I'd forget, and then I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get my ass chewed out, man. And then he'd come home, and I'm just waiting. I'm in my room just waiting. He's all, what the fuck? You didn't record Days of Our Lives? I was like, I forgot. You forgot. Dude. He's like, I'm gonna forget to give you money, motherfucker.
We'll be watching it, man, and I'll be like, God damn, wasn't she? Because, I don't watch, she watches that night, right?
Yeah.
When she sleeps, I won't fuck it up for her. And then I'll, walk there and I'll be like, wasn't she married to that other dude on here? And she was like, yeah, but he died, but he can't. And then you see him later on in the show, and I'll be like, but he's right there. She's like, yeah, he came back. The doctor put medicine. I was like, God. And you say why I fuck with you. It's too easy, love. It's too fucking easy.
You know what show I used to remember that my brother used to watch a lot, and it was late at night, but it was a chick that was like a robot. It was like a fuck. I'm trying to think of the name, dude. She was like she kind of, I don't know if her name was Wendy, but she was like a robot.
Small Wonder?
I don't know. Small World. That's what it was.
Small Wonder.
Small Wonder.
Small Wonder.
Yeah, my brother used to watch that, and I remember seeing that movie. That was a pretty good show back then.
Small Wonder with the was her name Susie?
I don't remember her name, but I remember.
Wasn't she like a robot though?
She was a
Yes,
robot.
yeah.
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 And they only had like 2 seasons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it got canceled because no one watched it.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Was
Oh yeah.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper was good.
Or
Yeah.
Cooper or Coop? Mr.
Hanging with Mr.
Yeah,
Coop.
Mr.
Mr.
Y'all,
Coop.
y'all want to hear a conspiracy theory? So Mark Curry was his name, Mr. Coop, Mr. Cooper. They said that what's the bald-headed fuck? Steve Harvey
Stole all his shit.
stole all
did.
his shit.
Yeah.
Even his life story, he stole his life story,
Yep.
and then like made it big time off of Mr. Cooper's real life story.
That's the same thing with
Dude, that's crazy.
what is the Friends and the other one?
Oh, Living Single.
Living Single.
Yeah.
Living single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they were first.
They were
right?
first.
They were
Yeah.
first.
Yep. And the Friends
But
thing
that
took
was
over.
like the black culture. Though.
Yes. Yep. But-
Queen Latifah was on that one.
Princess Laquifa.
He said,
I
know a
liked
few of those.
what was that dude's name? He was the handyman.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
the bald-headed
Handy.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
He used to sing all them real fucking crazy songs. Yeah, fucking Living Single.
Yeah.
And then A Different World with Dwayne Wayne.
Yeah. Golly, I know you.
was called A Different World,
Yeah, he
right?
had his glasses that
Yeah.
flipped up.
And it had Jasmine Guy in it. They were in college.
Yeah. They went to a black
I don't
college.
remember that one.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever,
Spellman.
Did y'all ever
Yeah.
used to watch those old black and whites like Leave It to Beaver, Lassie?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Andy
I-
Griffin,
Andy
bro.
Griffin show.
I didn't see the Andy Griffin, but last year I did. Leave It to Beaver.
I watched Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed,
Yeah.
the damn
Ed,
horse,
fucking
right?
horse, man. That was it.
What was Green Acres?
Green Acres.
Yeah. All them fucking shows, my uncles did it on purpose, bro. My uncles had to babysit me and hey, come over here and chill. We're gonna watch some TV. Fucking Andy Griffin, just so I can fucking fall asleep. Yeah, we can fuck
Hell
with this
yeah.
dude.
Did y'all ever fuck with MASH?
No, dude, that was time to go to bed, bro.
That was after the news. Yeah.
Nah, fuck.
I never watched MASH, bro.
Yeah,
No, I never did
I used to
either.
watch like Cheers, Night Court, Coach.
They remade
Murphy
Night Court,
Brown.
though.
Did they?
Yeah.
And the dude who was the judge on it, his daughter is the judge now.
Dude, I don't really
supposedly.
remember the judge. I remember
He did the
Bull.
magic trick.
I remember
Yeah.
Bull.
The bailiff.
Yeah.
Remember when TV went off? When they showed the Blue Angels, and then it turned to static. Like
I
there
just
was
remember
no
the
more
flag.
TV. Well, Blue Angels and the flag, and then it just
Yeah.
went to static. And I'm like, God damn, turn it off. There was no more TV. Like it wasn't shit to watch.
Now it's on 24/7.
No
man.
shit, dude.
Nothing.
No
It's
shit.
crazy, bro.
Dude, and have y'all noticed like a lot of these new cartoons? It's always a girl themed show now.
No.
Like my
Well, I
son-
don't watch cartoons, so I don't know.
My son, right? He's
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
So a lot of the stuff like Palmy is like a Nitro Circus cartoon, and the main character is a female in it, and then Ladybug is the main character is a female. The one where they have all the emotions in that little girl, the main character is what's that called? Remember? I don't know. I
Is
can't
it
remember.
Inside Out or what?
Yeah, Inside Out. The
Oh,
main
yeah.
character is a girl, and I'm just like, damn man, there's not really any
Guys.
Yeah, like
Or like
boys,
male, like,
superhero.
yeah.
I mean,
movies.
it goes with the thing that now every day everything got to be a black and a white person in any
gay-
commercial.
in a
A
gay.
gay
Yeah,
has to be
dude, it has
represented.
to
I
be.
mean, look at the
It's crazy.
Roseanne show
Has
when it
to
came
be.
back. You know that changed all kinds of stuff. There was a
Dude, I
black
think
person in there, and then all kinds of stuff.
They throw the gay, like I can see them like the black and the white type
Yeah.
stuff or whatever.
But that's gay,
but,
bro.
but they put gay in everything, bro.
Everything, bro.
Because they don't,
Everything.
like,
Every
they don't
movie-
want to offend them.
Yeah.
But then what about the people that you are offending though?
Yeah.
For
So-
not offending
and like-
them. You know what I mean?
And
It's
honestly,
it's
man,
crazy.
like,
I don't
like
care.
I said, I
but-
don't care, but that's something you do in the bedroom. Why
It's
do
like
I
force
have to,
fed.
like, why does
Yeah.
that have to be
Yeah.
part of the show? Why do they
Yeah.
have to show?
Why
no
not show
part-
two
yeah.
straight people?
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
it's like one of my favorite shows, Power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like they force feed you when like it's just that, and then it goes to gay shit.
Yeah.
Like
It had nothing part with
and
the
it has
whole
nothing
story.
to do
Yeah,
with the
just like-
storyline. Like,
Have
what
you
the
guys
fuck?
seen that show Outlander?
Outlander.
It's a good show, bro. It's a lot of smashing on it, bro. But it's a good show. It's like to not give it too much away. Like it's happening like in 1914 or something like that, right? And then they kind of get transported like 200 years
Oh,
back.
like a time travel show?
Yeah, time travel. And then there's one scene like it's an old show, bro. So like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to
You're not
hear
spoiling
whatever,
shit.
yeah. But there's one scene, bro, where this dude is like gay, right? And he captures this other dude, and dude, like that whole episode is like so graphic, bro, from the things that he does. You know what I mean? But like he like nails this dude's hand to the table so he can't get away, and he has his way with him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like one of my homeboys said, bro, like why'd you tell me to watch this shit? like that one episode, bro. It's pretty gruesome, bro. It's crazy. But it's kind of like, for one, like okay, I get it, but like y'all took it over the edge, bro. And then y'all
But it's to numb you.
It's like
It's
the
to numb
whole
you to the whole situation of what's happening, man.
It's
Get
like
out. Yeah,
like
'cause
The
it's
Boys.
so- yeah.
Do you watch The Boys?
No.
You don't watch The Boys?
I've never seen it.
It's like a superhero show, and it's kind of like there was an episode that made my coworker. We'd always talk about. Just you watch the new episode. You watch the new episode. There was an episode like you're talking about, just the most craziest, like fucking crazy gay shit, and he was like, I'm done, and he stopped watching it. Like he's like, I don't know what that episode was even for. Like I'm done. I'm just like, damn, bro.
Like I said, with them
Hey,
being the
babe, what
privacy
was
of
that
the-
cartoon that we saw in theaters when I said, if there's anything that goes that way, we're out the fucking theater? We were watching a movie, took the kids to go watch a movie, and I'm sick of it happening, like pushing it on my kids, you know? Like everything we take them. So I said, well, I'm going to take them to the movies, you know, we spent the day with them. And sure enough, you start, huh? I, yeah, well, it started leading that way, and I told her, I said, if it goes this way, we're walking out, dude. And sure enough,
It went that way.
Yeah. And I was like, I mean, I have no problem with whatever you choose to be.
Well, don't push it on them,
whatever.
bro.
Yeah, but my kids, I just don't want them to think, you know, like, let me talk to them about it. Let me introduce it to them. Let me, you know, say
You want
like
them to have
whatever.
your
Yes.
kids want your beliefs. And
Yeah, but
your
it, dude,
morals
it's
and
like
stuff like that.
every show, every commercial,
Well,
everything is
Disney
just
has that
Everything,
new-
bro. And it has kids wondering, you know what I mean? And so it's kind of like, let the kid be the kid, right? But how
You're
can
not,
you let a
yeah.
kid be a kid whenever you're
teaching it.
You're teaching them and you're pushing this on them, bro. So it kind of strikes curiosity in them from a young age. And it's not how God created them to be. It's because you're feeding it to them. You know what I'm saying?
Because Disney has that
Crazy, bro.
cartoon called Out. Have you seen that one?
Nuh-uh.
It's on Disney, and it's about this dog trying to protect the secret of his owner who's gay. So when his parents come over, the dog's hiding like pictures of the boy together with another boy. And
Yeah, that's
all
crazy.
the whole cartoon's like that, man. And then he
What the
finally,
hell?
yeah, I was like, and it's called Out.
That's wild, bro.
And I was
Yeah.
like, what?
I mean, dude, I have no problem at all with gay people at all.
No.
I got family members that are gay, close friends that are gay, cool people that are gay. But like, my thing is though, is like,
It's to be shoved down your throat.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we used to hang out with two gay dudes, bro. It was a whole lot of us, bro. And this was whenever we were in you know, doing our thing. And there was two dudes that hung around that were gay, and they were funny, bro. They were funny. They were cool as hell, but they never disrespected anybody by making out or doing nothing like that or hitting on the guys. They were just funny. They were cool to hang around. But nowadays, you have people that take it to the extreme, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, a lot of gays don't like gays like that.
Yeah.
You know, there's a dude named Mondo Perez. He owns Precision Painting. Openly gay man. I think he's like 50-something years old, bro. But like, he's not, you know, like he's like, he's gay. You know, he's gay when he starts talking and shit.
Yeah.
But he's not out there like pushing it down your throat. He doesn't. You know what I mean? He's just.
But
it's
it's a
like
turn
whenever
off
I
if you
think-
have two straight people doing that shit
Yeah.
too. You know what I'm
So-
saying?
Yeah, I was
If
talking
you
about
have-
that. Like, oh, come on.
Well,
man.
yeah, because you always say like, "Hey, get a room, man. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here." So it's not just like
Just
it's
'cause they're-
just disgusting because it's
Yeah.
gay,
Yeah.
but
it's disrespectful in any
form.
yeah.
it's crazy that you say that because you know that Jeffree Star guy. You know who he is. So you would figure he's all about, you
Yeah.
know, but he's not. I've seen a podcast with him, and he's like talking about he hates like the LGBT whole agenda. Like he hates all these people that are like fighting for gay rights when they're not gay. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like And it just blew my mind because I was like, oh, fuck, I thought he would be the one that be the
Fighting for
poster
them, yeah.
child for that type of shit.
Man, the
But
thing about it though is like you could have like two people that have like gay tendencies, and they'll get offended because you call them gay when they're not gay. They're binary or they're this or they're that. Like, bro, like it's kind of like to me, bro. That's kind of like me saying, oh, we're all Mexican, and then you saying, oh, I'm Puerto Rican. And you saying, oh, I'm Guatemalan. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all fall under the same umbrella. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm Latinx, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you fall under that gay umbrella, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool.
No, I'm not hating on any gay people at all. Like, I've always said this. Like, a lot of my cousins are gay, and they listen to the show, and I always try to be most respectful on this podcast to like not talk bad about anyone in general, like at all. But you're right, man. Like Hollywood does like force feed you shit that you don't want to see, and you're like, what the fuck? And it's like how we say, like, it has nothing to do with the storyline, and they just sprinkle it in, and it's like, what the fuck is this for real?
And you said about even if they were straight, I can't watch a movie and it come on and my kids are in there. I'm like, oh shit, where's the fucking remote? Let me fast forward because I
if
don't
it's a
want
guy
them-
and a girl, right?
Yeah, I don't want my 5-year-old seeing that stuff. You know what I mean? Regardless if it's boy and boy or girl and girl or whatever it is, or straight. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we couldn't watch straight sex when we were kids.
Dude,
it was like, hey, close your eyes or turn around.
Can you watch a movie and not fast forward if your mom's in the room or your dad? Can you just
not put on slow motion?
Slow
stroke.
I kind of feel weird as shit, but I can let it
You
play.
do? I can't, man.
You gotta fast forward it.
If I can't find the remote fast enough, I'll get up and walk out the room. Right? And it's my house.
I can't believe y'all are watching this.
This is filth.
Come on, Malachi, let's get out of here.
Malachi's like, Dad, this is your third time watching this.
I'm all about it.
And he loses the remote every time at the same time.
At the same time, I'm all counting down. 6, 2, 5. All right.
I think I watched, I don't know, I was probably like 16 or 17. I was in high school, and I watched a titty movie, or a movie where they showed a bunch of tits with my dad. And that felt awkward as fuck, like, because like you said, it was always like, hey, get out of here, turn around, get the fuck out of here.
Close your eyes.
And then it was on, and we were just watching it, and I was just like, man, I feel weird as fuck watching
You didn't want to look at him, huh? You didn't want to look at it like, oh.
Yeah, man. So on that note, we'll fucking take a break, come right back.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. This episode is brought to you by DJ Kipo. DJ Kipo handles all things like weddings, quinceañeras, anniversaries, and graduations. He's good at what he does, keeps the party going, and hit him up on IG, TikTok at DJ Kipo 806. Once again, that's DJ KEEPO 806.
And we're back. So we got into a deep conversation during the break, but I this is totally off the shit, but I would like to talk about it.
I was gonna tell my story about the dolphin, but I guess this is not the time.
But yeah, you were gonna ask about old practices.
Yeah, like
go against, I guess, religion or the Bible.
Yeah, because like when I was growing up, my mom used to tell us about the flying birds, the La Chuchas and stuff like that, and like how it was so present. Like she saw them. It was a lot of stuff that happened down south. Like in the Valle and stuff like that, because we have family down there. But like my mom witnessed a lot of that stuff. I mean, there was times that my dad and her were going through stuff or whatever, and like my mom would say that there was like a bird in the trees calling her name at night, and she would go out there and this and that, and I just don't know, like if practices like that or stuff like that, I don't hear about no more. So I don't know if it's like old stuff that ended, or you know what I'm saying? Like I wonder if that stuff's still around.
My grandma would get mad at us when we were kids when we would whistle or chirp at the birds.
Yeah.
Because she would always tell me that that's bad luck. That's bad luck that you don't chirp or play with the birds.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a thing or my grandma just made that shit up, but I had never heard it, only from her.
Well, my mom witnessed it. There was a crazy story that my mom told us about that happened. So, my mom she had 13 brothers and sisters, right? So one day they're playing outside, they're running around in the backyard, and the sun was already going down, and my grandma kept calling them in, like, hey, y'all need to come in, whatever. Well, my grandma has a pretty big backyard and it has little cuartitos, like probably 2 or 3 little cuartitos in the back that, just storage buildings
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So anyway, they had one of my aunts was here from down south, and she was like into that stuff, you know what I mean? Talked about all the stuff that she was seeing and stuff like that. Well, anyway, my grandma kept calling them in. Well, they didn't listen to her. They kept playing out there. So my mom tells me, and this is a real stuff that my mom told me. And to this day, like, I don't even want to go to my grandma's side of that cuartito where it happened. But so my aunt goes and they see this guy. I mean, all my aunts and my uncles are running around with my mom. Well, they see this guy all in black standing there by the little, the little room. And they think it's their aunt. So they're saying, oh, that's you, tia, that's you, tia. They're calling her name, this and that. Well, my tia calls them from the door. So they all stop, right? And my mom said, I remember this clear as day. My mom said that she stopped and she looked at all her brothers and sisters and they're like, that's not tia. So they run inside, right? So they're scared. So they run inside and tell my grandma, like, hey, there was a man standing over there, the black figure, this and that. So they go back to there, and there was burnt footprints.
Damn.
By the cuartito that they were standing at. That the body's not there, but the burnt footprints were still there where it burned the grass where they were.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. So like stuff like that, dude, is like, I mean, dude, my mom told me all kinds of stories. I mean, like,
so what was the backstory to that? To the cuartito?
Well,
did that man have any tie to it? Or anything?
No ties to it. I mean, my grandma used to have like Mexicans that would come from the valle, and she let them, rent a little room out. Like they had a little 2-bedroom little cuartito that they would rent out. I mean, it wasn't a house or nothing. They didn't have running water in there, but they had a little place to stay because they didn't have nowhere. They didn't have nobody. Yeah. So my grandma would have people like that there. Yeah. But that didn't have anything to do with it. I just think that witchcraft and black magic kind of stuff was more prevalent back then.
They kind of like have spirits attached to them too, though. You know what I'm saying? Spirits. So check this out, man. Kind of like piggybacking off of that story, right? A friend of mine that I used to work with at the hospital, she was going through hard times or whatever, right? She needed a place to stay and this and that, whatever. Well, there was a nurse that worked at the hospital that said, hey, you know what? My parents just have a house. My dad just passed away. My mom's already been passed away or whatever, but we have a house that we're going to be renting out. And if you want to come rent it out, you're more than welcome to. It's fully furnished. We still have some of my parents' stuff there, but we can move some of it out if needed, right? Mm-hmm. So she goes, yeah, just meet me at the house. We'll come check it out or whatever, right? So she pulls up with a friend of hers and her 2 kids, right? They're little kids. Like I'm talking about 5, 6 at the time, maybe younger, whatever. A year younger, a year older, whatever. So they pull up to the house, right? And she said, man, they pulled up to the driveway. And she said, automatically, as soon as I pulled up, I felt this presence come over me, right? I felt this presence hit me. So she said, we were there, and then me, my roommate, and then the 2 kids, and then the girl pulled up. She got off the car. We got off the car. Let's come check out the house, whatever, a little bit of small talk. They walked into the house. She said, man, as soon as we walked into the house, she said there was like living room right in front, kitchen to the left, little back area right there, and all the rooms to the right. She said, so we started walking in. She goes, she said, my little boy like grabbed my hand tight, right? And then her roommate was holding her daughter on her shoulder, right? So they started walking down the hallway. And she said that they walked into the room. She goes, yeah, that girl said, this was my mom's room. This is where she used to sleep and all this and that or whatever. There was like a rocking chair, right? And that she said that her little girl or her little boy like looked in there and like kind of got behind her, like kind of grabbed her leg and shit, like I see something, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then like kind of grabbed her legs tight, and the little girl kind of looked and then like kind of grabbed her friend like what the hell, right? So then they walked through there, They walked to the next room. She said, "This is the room that my dad lived, stayed in or whatever. He was sick. She was sick. Whatever. We can get the stuff out of here if you don't like it." Just kind of like just saying stuff like that, right? And so they were walking through the house, and she said, "Man, like my kids were just acting weird about shit like this." You know what I mean? And I was kind of like, I didn't want to say nothing because I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, why are you gripping on me like that, right? So they started going through the rest of the house, and then she said that they looked in the backyard, and that she was like, yeah, this is the backyard. There's a storage shed back there. This is the well. And then her little boy looked over there, and he kept like looking, and then he would turn around, and he would look, and like kept turning around. The daughter was like, what the hell, right? And so they walked through the house or whatever, and then they had walked back to the car or whatever, and then they sat in the car, and then she told her little boy, like, dude, what the hell, bro? Like, what was wrong with you? And he goes, who was that lady in that room? And she goes, what do you mean, the lady in the room? She goes, there was a lady on that chair. And then the son said, she kept looking at us and kept like tapping the chair or whatever. She's like, what the hell? And then the little boy said, and there was a man that was out there by that little circle in the yard by the well. Well, come to find out, the mom died in that room, and then the dad had a heart attack out there by the well.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Why do you think little kids can see that?
Saw that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, dude, to this day, like even with my grandma's house, before she passed away, my grandma and grandpa already passed away, so we don't go to Plainview no more, where my grandma's house is. But I mean, they still have it. But dude, even my wife, my kids, there's a hallway, like you said, right? We walk into my grandma's house, there's a living room, then there's a hallway, there's 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. I would never walk down that bathroom to go use the bathroom. Like they have another bathroom through the kitchen where everybody's at that I'll hold it until that bathroom is open. I would not, even at 30 years old, 32 years old, I would hate to walk down that hallway because the eerie feeling. I mean, dude, just looking down there, my uncle's room used to be at the end. My uncle passed away, but but even before he passed away, just the feeling, because my mom used to tell me stories about what happened at that house, stuff that they saw, things that they did or whatever when they were kids, my grandma went through and stuff like that. So I think the presence of all that stuff is there, and I could feel it when I look down that hallway.
That's crazy.
I mean, dude, I literally look through that hallway, dude, and I get chills. I mean, even if I was to go through it now in the daytime, I don't even want to go down the hallway. It's insane, dude. Like, so
I saw a TikTok not too long ago. I think it was just yesterday, and this guy kicked out the passenger, the Uber driver. It was a video. You know how like Uber drivers record them, the passengers.
Yeah.
So you could just see him like feeling uncomfortable and feeling weird, and then he pulls over and he's like, "I'm sorry, ma'am. I never do this, but I'm a medium." And he said, "Right now, I'm about to pass out. Like, I'm feeling very lightheaded. I'm feeling really weird." He goes, "Because you have about 50 dead people around you right now."
Man, that's wild, bro.
And
that's
then
crazy.
she
That's
goes,
crazy.
"Check this out." She goes, "Oh my God, I'm a mortician." And he was like, "Yeah, like he's like, I'm gonna have to ask you to like get out."
Dude, that is wild.
And
bro.
she's like, I understand. But it's like how you said, like that
They carry.
people carry spirits with them.
They cling to you like when you go to. That's why they always tell you, be careful who you invite into your home.
Yeah.
Because they might bring something and leave it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sees the light.
Or not only even that, bro.
Yeah.
Garage sales,
Yeah, when you pick
real
up
estate
items. Yeah,
sales,
man.
stuff like that, bro. Anything that you buy off of Facebook Marketplace, jewelry, bro. I got a story about jewelry, bro. It's crazy, but yeah, bro. There's spirits that are attached to things like this, bro. We had a podcast last year where we talked to different people, whatever. But we have some friends, bro, that went to the church that we started going to whenever we started going to church, and they're like, they fight the spiritual battle every day, right? So they like, that's their thing, is spiritual warfare. You know what I mean? So they were dealing with this lady that was going through all kinds of oppression and just all kinds of stuff, right? They're trying to figure this out, bro. They're like, he said, man, we felt exhausted, bro. Like, this girl was draining us because there was something there that we couldn't figure out, right? And he said, man, we were kind of like we don't know what else to do, bro. Like we're done. Like I don't know what else to do. And he said, I remember, he said my wife, she was her name was Carmen, right? He said Carmen was sitting across from that lady or whatever, and that lady had her hands on the table and she was just kind of like, what else do we do? You know, just kind of tapping her fingers. And then she said my wife. He goes, I remember my wife grabbed her hands and started looking at her nails in her hands, and she started looking at her rings. And she said, "Man, this is a beautiful ring that you have." And she goes, "Oh, thank you. That's a ring that I got from my aunt." You know, she goes. As soon as she said that, my wife like grabbed her hand and pulled it close and said, "From your aunt? Is this the aunt that we've been talking about? That's been like brujeria and all this and that or whatever?" And the lady said, "Yeah, why?" And like pulled her hand back. And she said that my wife went to reach for her hand and pulled it back, but she kept trying to pull it back. And she said, he goes, "I automatically knew that was the spirit pulling back
in the ring."
And she goes, "Let me see your hand." And the lady said, "You can't take this ring. This is the ring that my aunt gave me." She goes, "Let me see the ring." And she took it off, and she goes, This is what's causing all of this chaos in this house. It's this ring. You told me that your aunt was, such and such, whatever." And she goes, "It's this ring that's been causing it. You need to destroy that ring." And she goes, "I can't. This is the ring from my aunt." She goes, "But you've been telling me about your aunt, that she's been tied up in, brujeria, witchcraft, and all this and that or whatever." She goes, this is what it is." And she said that she agreed. They destroyed the ring that night. They prayed over it. They destroyed it or whatever. The next day, they were like elders in the church, right? So they had to be there super early. And she said that, they were getting ready for church the next morning, doing the regular thing, whatever, putting on, their clothes, whatever. And she said, "I went to go look for my wedding ring and I couldn't find it." She goes, "I could not find my wedding ring. For the life of me, I could not find my wedding ring." I said, "I always leave it right here. It's always where it's at." And he said, "Man, yeah, we gotta go, because they lived in Southland, so they come to the Arne Benson to go to church, right?" And he said, "Man, I told her let's go. We'll find it later, And she said, as soon as I walked out, we went to Art's truck. She goes, and I looked on the floor, right outside of the passenger's side of the truck. My ring was right there. My wedding ring, crushed.
An eye for an eye.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's spiritual warfare, bro. It's stuff like that happens, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Damn it,
A lot of
dude.
people won't. A lot of people will say, you're just talking, whatever. But I mean, to me, bro, I believe in it, bro. I believe in the spiritual stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy, bro. You know what I mean?
So I wanted to ask, because we talked about it on the break, but we all come from diehard old school Catholic families, and we did grow up with the fucking egg cleanse, and that is in a sense witchcraft, but it's just tradition that our families did. I mean,
yeah. I think it's a form of witchcraft, bro, because a lot of this stuff comes from ancient Mexico, old Mexico. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's all they knew, bro. It's like even La Bamba, bro, the Richie Valens story, bro. Like the whole necklace and all of that. That's a form of witchcraft, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether we want to admit it or not, it really is. You know what I mean? We could say it's old family tradition. Ojo de Venado. We talked about that. We talked about the rosary, bro. Like even the rosary, like that's I don't want to say it's witchcraft
exactly
or
is
whatever.
Ojo de Venado?
Is
it just prayed over oil, or
it's like a fake deer eye.
Deer eye.
Yeah, bro.
That's supposed to keep you
my
from
bad, my bad.
Anybody put
I'm thinking of
Thinking like the seven
anointing
wash?
oil or some shit.
Thinking like the seven
Ooh,
wash.
no diddy.
So it's a
baby
deer
oil.
eye,
It's
a fake
deer eye,
one,
right.
It's
It's
a
a
fake-
fake. Yeah, it's basically a fake a paper mache.
Yes.
and it's supposed to keep the evil spirits
It's supposed
away.
to keep like anybody
Ojo.
doing ojo on you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So-
that's like what they wear now, like the what's that damn eye thing called? Joe, what's that eye called that you wear? Yes, like that. That's the same thing. Like my mom told me that's still bad too. What she wears, that evil eye stuff. It's like
Yeah, I could feel the energy.
but that's the same thing as now. I mean, the evil eye girls wear that now.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing as the ojo de venado.
Yeah.
Like like our
so
shit.
it would be like we would always see that at the Pulga, bro.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
San
that's some
Antonio.
shit we saw. Always
Yeah,
saw
so
at
it would be like it's kind of like the hilo, the red hilo that they would put on the baby's forehead for hiccups and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be like a red string or whatever with like maybe one or two.
What was that red shit? It was supposedly blood, but it wasn't blood, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it always like turned real pink
was
and shit.
That was that.
That was the string from the
sangre,
bologna.
Sangre de,
Hey, I was
Sangre de
kidding. I was
chango.
like,
Yes.
I'll turn in my teeth and suck out the rest of the bologna off that mug. Pause.
Was it sangre de chango? It was, right?
Yeah.
The shit that
Monkey
they put on the
blood,
babies?
yeah.
Monkey blood,
Right, yeah.
yeah,
But I
would turn
never knew
pink.
what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it was red, then it turned pink on you.
When my grandma used to live on North Flint and the weather would be real bad, she would go outside with a knife.
With a knife,
bro.
to cut the clouds, right?
Cut the
Yep.
clouds, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we were little, and she would. You know what's crazy though? I don't know if it's a thing or not, but she would only take my sister with her to cut the clouds.
That's crazy.
couldn't
I
go
never
with her
heard
out
of that.
there with her. It was she would always take my sister, and she would just have my sister say the Our Father. But I don't know what my grandma was saying out there, but she would be cutting the clouds, man.
That's
But
crazy,
she would only
bro.
take my sister because I wanted to go. I'm like, shit, I want to cut some clouds too. But she was like, no, and she would only take my sister with her out there. And
That's
I was
wild,
like,
man.
I wonder if
Man,
that's
so-
because my great grandma, on my mom's side, that was an evil. I'd like to say that. I don't know if she was, but they would always say bad, like she was a brujeria, right?
That was my grandma,
But
too.
it was passed. She had a trunk, man, full of shit, right? And it was passed down from her mom, gave it to her, and then she taught my mom's mom that shit, right? And then I remember when I was little, we went into her room, right? And she had a picture of my dad in a little glass with alcohol in it. And his picture was in the
Oh, you told me
alcohol.
that story.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy,
man.
bro. That's
And there
wild.
were other people in there, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, what the so I take the picture, right? I take the picture with me because I was like, oh, this fucking lady, I don't know what she's doing, right? But everybody's like, oh, you should never took that picture. I was like, fuck that. It's, it's my dad. I'm
Yeah.
taking the picture. But yeah, but she would pass that. They said they would pass that down. So I have, I think like 6 or 5 aunts, and the rest are uncles out of the 13. But I wonder who she passed it down to.
Down to? Yeah. So how old were you when you saw this, bro?
Dude, I had to be like 7. Because I know I wasn't too little, but
Did she live like a long life or?
along off, like at the end, bro, it was bad for her. And
But
then,
how old were you when she passed away? I guess is what I'm trying to ask. Like up there in age though, kind of.
I had to be 28,
Okay,
29
okay.
years old. And when she passed away, she was at the hospital. And they were like, oh, my mom comes. She's like, oh, the fuck, she's passing away.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
I didn't like her. She didn't like
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
But she was like, she's asking for you. I was like, she's asking for me? And she's going to fucking stab me
She's
or what?
gonna
Yeah,
pass it down,
yeah, she's going to do
Pass it
something.
down.
But
She wants a picture of you.
yeah,
Aquí te va,
picture of her,
mijo.
bro.
Hey, aquí te va,
And
mijo.
that's because before she died, man, like 6-7 months before, I went to Littlefield and I went to her house, and I knocked on her door and she told me to come in. I came in. I was like, hey, I just want to say, if I ever did anything to disrespect you or
I meant
anything,
it.
I'm so. Nah, I will. No,
I meant it.
I meant it, goddamn. Make me a sandwich.
But I didn't. I grew up not having her as a grandma and just
Yeah.
constantly hating us, and because she hated my dad, so she hated his kids,
Yeah.
right? And so I was like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna go make peace
Just try.
with her, right? So I went over there and I told her, and she was like, okay. And that was it, bro. And
That was it?
That was it. Not,
Yeah, it's a
that
slap in
was
the
okay.
face.
Yeah, and I
Not
was
even
just-
a fuck you. A
Nothing,
fuck you
bro.
would have been nice.
Dude, I was
Yeah,
sitting
right.
at
Yeah.
the table,
At least I
bro.
know how you really.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I came in through the thing. She had a table, and that's where she told me to sit. So I sat right there, and she didn't sit down. She stood there, and I was like, "Look, I just came to say I'm sorry if I ever did anything to you or anything like that." She was like, "Okay," and then she walked around the thing, opened the door,
That's crazy.
and
bro.
I left.
Wow.
And I was like, "Damn!" Then she got sick and stuff. So I was like, "I'll fuck her." But my mom was like, "Please, please, she's calling you. She's asking for you."
And this was your mom's mom?
Yeah, my mom's mom. So I was like, man. So I take off over there, and I'm just dating Amanda at the time. And I go in there, man, and like, everybody there don't like me, right? So I feel good. I'm like, hey, none of these people. So I walk past the mom, man, and she's there, and she looks at me, and then she just goes like that. And I was just like,
You called me for this,
is
bitch?
what you called me for? And I left, man, and never anything ever again with her, man. But she wanted me just to see, I guess, to see if I would go.
Dude, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but-
You know, so it's crazy, bro, because like my mom's mom was a bruja. right? And so I think I was probably about 5 or 6 when she passed away. But my mom used to no other choice, bro. Like that was our babysitter, right?
Yeah.
And dude, she was mean, bro. Like
Yeah.
at that young of an age, I knew that something was not right. You know what I mean? And so she lived on Auburn, right off of Detroit, bro. Like maybe 2 houses off of Detroit, right? And so my aunt inherited the house, and we would go stay the night with her, and something felt off in that house all the time, bro. You know what I mean? And like, so I guess she had like surgery back in the day, and whenever they were doing whatever they were doing inside of her, bro, they left like a little toya inside of her little towel, and it stayed in there. And so she was just mean, bro. Her name was Maggie, bro, like Maggie, but we called her Grandma Maggie, right? But she was, bro, she was the meanest lady ever, bro. Like she would pinch the shit out of us, bro. And she had these long ass nails, but she used to like read people's cards when we were over there and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, why would you send me over there, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's just weird.
Yeah.
Because I mean, growing up, I had a homeboy who lived across the street from me.
She was mean to everybody, or just mean to y'all?
To all the grandkids, bro, that would go over there. You know,
But
what I mean?
like, was she
Like
just
regular
mean
people.
to everybody? Like,
Oh, to my mom and them? I mean, I don't know what kind of mom she was to my mom. See, that's what kills me, bro, is that I never asked these questions, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I let my parents pass away. My mom passed away 2013. My dad passed away in 98. I was 16 when my dad passed away. 20-something when my mom passed away. But I never asked these questions, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what
And
I
it
said
kills
on the
me.
last podcast. Remember, I was like, not knowing who my dad is.
It
I want to
sucks,
sit
bro.
there and
It
ask him.
sucks.
He's still here, but just to
Yeah.
be like, hey, who were you before you were my dad?
Like,
what
what'd you
was
go
your
through?
dreams and
How was your
shit?
childhood?
Yeah.
Shit like that. You know what I mean?
Because once they're gone,
you
you
don't
can't
know,
get it,
bro.
man.
And so my wife used to ask my grandma, my good grandma, like a bunch of stuff, but she would say a little bit here and there or whatever. But like the one that I want to know, because like, so it's no secret, bro. I talked about it on our podcast, on your podcast, the Panejos. I've cheated on my wife, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, and it was like a spiritual soul tie that I had, an iniquity, a learned behavior, and I didn't know who my parents were until they passed away. Till my mom passed away, my aunt is the one that told me, like, hey, did you know that your dad was this and your mom was that? And I was like, I didn't know that. She goes, that's probably the demons that you're fighting.
Yeah.
Because my mom was a pimp and a prostitute, and my dad was a pimp. That's how they met, bro, in a whorehouse. You know what I mean? So I'm dealing with all this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Demons that could be passed
Yeah.
on, man.
Learn iniquities, behaviors, all of that, bro. Soul ties, all this shit is real. So whenever my aunt hit me with that, I'm like, damn, why didn't anybody ever tell me that? Like, I could have been knowing what I'm up against right now, because I'm thinking that it's something that I could fend off with. You know, I'm not trying to discredit anything, but like a Hail Mary or two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's something that I had to dig deep into and like really dive into the spiritual world to be like, I need to be free from this.
Yeah.
but that goes how we were talking about how somebody else can pay for your sins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The off-air conversation. that we
So
had.
yeah, that's probably you paying for their sins.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Does it pay for the sins of the father? You know what I mean? Like whatever his sins were, if he didn't pay, somebody has to pay.
Yeah,
Somebody
somebody's
has to
gonna
pay for it.
Yeah.
bro.
And it's passed down until
Yeah.
somebody rises up and says,
Yep.
hey, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? And another question, I don't want to like derail your podcast. Or
Nah,
whatever, but
dude,
one of
never.
the things that you had asked was, what is one of the hardest things that you're having to deal with right now?
Yeah.
And it's dealing with my older kids and their generational curses, because we come from a blended family. You know, like it's no secret that my 3 older kids aren't my wife's kids. Like she claims them as hers.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
said, you know, they've claimed her as mom, but like realistically, they have a biological mom who disowned them, and they're having to deal with all the shit that she's put into them. And the hardest thing that I'm having to deal with is like how to navigate through dealing with my kids' bullshit, because I had shit hit the fan today, bro. Like bad, like really bad, with one of my daughters and my other daughter fighting, drug me and my wife into it, and a lot of shit was said, bro, that could be unforgivable for some people, but I know they're not in the right mind, so I'm just gonna write it off as bullshit. But it's because they're all three of my older kids are dealing with shit that they've been passed down.
Yeah, and sometimes they don't even know.
They
man.
don't know.
Yep.
And I don't even know because I didn't ask these questions.
Yeah.
And I don't really know who this girl was that I had kids with. I knew who she was, but I don't know who she was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And so how do I know how to tell my kids
'cause
what
I
to
told
fight?
JP, like with my mom's, with the grandma and stuff. Well, of course I had a grandpa over there, right? Never spoke to the man, never nothing. I was like, I don't care about that dude. I don't care about him. Well, my wife's mom started dating him, right?
I remember that you talking about that.
Yeah, man. And I never thought nothing of it. Didn't think it ever affected me. She asked if he could come to the house. I was like, yeah, he could come to the house. No,
Until he got
I
to
don't
the
care
house.
about him.
Didn't give a shit.
When he got to my
Yeah.
house and rang the door and I opened it up, it just fucking hit me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck, talked shit to him. And I was like, God, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
It was in you.
Yeah, it was in me that I felt that way towards him until I was in that situation and I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that really fucked me up
Yeah.
the way they treated me and I never knew it until
Yeah.
I was
Until
put there.
until you were there.
You just said something. Pay for the sins of your father. That's in the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay, because I never heard that.
Yeah. It says that you pay for the sins of that father.
Wow.
Yeah, so it falls upon us,
Yeah.
bro, to be able to raise up and
But
it's
paying
kinda
for the
like-
sins of your father, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you kind of describe that or put that in a category as a generational curse?
Yeah, generational curse. So whenever me and my wife went through this whole thing, bro, where I was cheating and all this and that or whatever, we had to go through we didn't have to, but we chose to go through a program called Cleansing Stream, right? So you go through Cleansing Stream, you start to learn who she is, who you are. So I come from a divorced family. My mom and my dad had both been married several times before, had several kids, dealt with different addictions, right? Alcohol, drugs, porn, all that shit,
Yeah.
right? Well, then her parents divorced, alcoholism, drugs, all this and that. So it's like familiar spirits tend to cling
Yeah.
to each other, bro. So my bullshit gets linked with your bullshit. The people I slept with and their bullshit gets linked to the people you slept
connects
with
to you.
and their bullshit until we write it all down and break these curses. So that class, bro, got so deep, bro, to where it said, I need you to write a list of all the people that you've had any kind of bond with. Sexual, physical, emotional, it doesn't matter. It could be a girl, a guy that you've vented to in an unclean way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my wife is this, my wife is that, my husband's this, my husband's that. We had an emotional connection, right? Or somebody that I actually slept with. Because all of a sudden, I sleep with this girl, and I've slept with 10 other people before you, and you slept with 10 people after me. So my 10 people click with your 10 people, and it's just a whole shit fest, bro. It goes deep, bro. So they wanted me to write a list of all the people that I've ever had any kind of intercourse or tie with, and then even if you didn't remember, you had to just say there was somebody that I don't remember with, but you know who I'm talking about, and I need you to break that. And so it went that deep, bro. And then we had to do our own. It came to a point where the study had to be done separate, bro, because it got to that point. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to know, and you don't want to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it got to the point to where we went to the conference and whatever, and it got to that point. They're like, all right, bring your list, and we're gonna burn them. We're gonna do whatever we got to do to get released from that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's so many things, bro, that spiritually you get attached to that can really derail the your life, bro. And a lot of people don't know things like this, bro, because a lot of people go to church to hear a feel good message.
Yeah.
God is good. God's gonna bless you. And yeah, there's no doubt about it. There's no lie about it. But at the same time, you need to know that, hey,
God don't fuck around.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
the truth, bro.
that. Yeah.
Why do you think
Yeah.
the same people date the same type of person
Yeah.
over and over? That
Exactly.
They date
Your
this,
daughter's gonna
shitty
date the
shit,
person.
shit,
Yeah.
Yep, the same. And you're like, because man, you don't fucking see that.
Yeah. He was the same type of person my dad was.
Yeah, you're,
She's the same type of person
but
my
you're
mom was.
attached to that.
You have to break it, bro.
Seeks that, man, and that's why you'll get that. There's somebody could be perfect for you, man, and you like, man, that person, but they choose the other because they're attached. It's drawn to that other
Yeah.
person. Those spirits are
Look,
drawn
bro,
to each other.
I hate to even say this, bro, but I have 5 kids, right? I don't hate to say that. I got 5 kids.
I'm like,
but,
damn.
So, like that. You hate that? Nah. So, like, this is what I hate to say, bro. Like, I got 3 kids that are older that are from one girl, right? That I know, but I don't know nothing about, right? And then I
can't hold it.
2, I have 2 kids that I have with my wife, right? And so me and my wife, we know the bullshit that we've been through, and we've broken these curses and we've dealt with it or whatever, but we don't know what our other kids have been through, right? And I'm going through hell with my 3 older kids right now, bro.
For real?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I like to be honest and open, bro, about, you know what I'm saying?
That's the only way to figure it out.
I like to be an open book myself.
Hell, bro. We're going through hell right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's because my kids are dealing with abandonment, bro, because their mom, like, just up and left them, right? So they're dealing with abandonment. And then check this out. Her mom, my kid's grandma, has abandoned her kids before. She has, like, maybe 1 or 2 other kids that she just up and left, bro, right? And then their dad dealt with addiction, left their mom, left them. And so now
It's just a family cycle.
It's a family cycle, bro. And my kid, I can't break that for my kids. My kids have to break that for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not only that, bro. It's like so many other things, bro. Like, it could be sexual abuse and like all kinds of things, bro, that could be tied to this iniquity that they're facing that I can't do nothing about. It has to be them.
Yeah,
That rises up and says, this is where it stops.
Because it feeds off them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can't do nothing about it, bro. I could tell them, I could say this and that or whatever, but until they make that choice to stand up and say, enough is enough, and I need help in this area, and this is where it stops, it's not gonna stop.
Yeah, I'm probably like maybe 2 years into understanding a generational curse in my family, and I feel that it's been put on me to break it, and I'm doing the best that I can to just break it.
Yeah.
And like I said, it took me probably like 2 years ago to realize that the struggle that we go through is a constant, similar struggle, like you said, a cycle. And I'm like, this has to be a generational curse, and it's up to me to fucking break it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy.
It is, bro.
But to talk about it, I mean, I think maybe people will, it hit home to a lot of people because it's not just us going through this shit.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, bro, will kind of be like, that's what it is, because like that's how it hit me, bro. Like whenever my aunt told me what I was dealing with, I was like, damn, well, I wish I would have known this like a few years ago. I would have like saved myself a lot of hurt and pain. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have known what demon to attack. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't. I was going through it blindly, bro, thinking that it was just like surface type stuff, bro, when it was like roots that were dug down deep. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
That is.
It is.
When it could attach to you from generations back, you know, and you don't know, okay, this, like, you know, they say how stuff skips generations, right? But it could be like your great grandfather or whatever went through this. Well, your dad didn't hit it, but now it hit you.
Yeah, it hits
you know,
you.
and it's your turn to break the curse. And if you don't, now it might skip your kids, but then go to your grandkids. And, you know, it never ends until somebody finally, like you said, goes back and realizes that's what it was. This is what I have to break, you know? And if you're not told about that stuff, then like you said, you'll never know.
It's like your medical history. If you don't know your medical history and you go in the dark, you're just like, I don't know, I just don't feel good. What, does your parents have this or that? I don't know.
So you're going into a blind, bro.
So now you're throwing shit at it, right? Throwing stuff at the problem, but none of it's it until you find out. If you get lucky, you find, but if you already know, like, well, you know, my mom had diabetes or she had heart problems.
Yeah.
They're okay, this is what's wrong with you. Then we can fix this.
So once again, we were talking about it off and during the break, but I wanted to ask y'all, in baseball world, you can hit it right over the fence and it's a home run. You can hit it out the fucking park, it's still a home run, right? So in the spiritual world, you have the deadly sins, then you have the commandments, and then you have excuse me, then you have sin. And we were just talking about sin is sin. They're all the same?
They're all the same.
Like the 7 deadly sin is just the same as a regular sin?
I believe so. 'Cause,
You think
it's
so?
like-
Since all the sins the same.
I think the 7 deadly sins. I think that was kind of like a
Made
made
kinda
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, greed.
But the Ten
and-
Commandments too, you know, like
The Ten
thou shalt not
Commandments
kill.
were-
So
that-
that kill is the same as
Now, like he was saying, like if somebody's coming to kill his family, protects his family,
Yeah.
that's not the same.
No, yeah,
as
yeah.
You
killing
just going
somebody
out
and
and killing somebody.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a different killing. Like there's 613 commandments in total, right?
God dang.
Yeah, there's 613 of them. Cause
Let
there's
me hear them.
Yeah,
you got time.
Prove it.
but there's 613, but it's breaking down to 10. You follow the 10, you're good on everything, right? Because a lot of them tell you to follow other laws.
It's all
Yeah.
like basic stuff. Other ones kind of branch off of those.
That's what I wanted to know.
the sin's
Like
the
if
sin, man,
like
that's
one
not-
sin was heavier than the other.
They're all the same. in
According
God's
to
eye.
man, yeah. According to man,
Yeah.
sin is heavier than other. But according to God, if
Sin
you
is
kill,
sin.
you steal, you lie, you cheat, lust, whatever,
same.
it's all the same to God. You know what I'm saying? Like I think men put weight on different sins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're supposed to judge each other on things. It says judge all things righteously, right? Like if I can't come to him if I'm a thief and tell him, hey, bro, don't be stealing, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not
Yeah.
judging him rightfully. But if I say, hey, brother, don't steal, and he's like, all right, but you need to watch how you drink. He tells me, and I'm like, okay, that's love for each other because we're telling each other to pull away from sin.
And it also says that, like, the Bible says that if you're a pastor or somebody in a higher position, you're held more accountable.
more
right?
accountable,
Because,
yeah.
you know. And then it also says that
So all these here
it
are
also
going
says that if you're like if you're in a higher position and you know better, it's better that you tie a noose around your neck and throw yourself into the deepest part of the ocean than to cause your brother to stumble.
That's a sin.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty harsh.
Yeah.
And then it also says that it would rather you have not even known me than to know me and not follow my command. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, how would it feel, bro, to be in front of God, the person who created you, the person who knows the very numbers of hairs on your head? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He knew you whenever he knitted you in your mother's womb. For him to say, depart from me because I never knew you.
Yep.
But he knows you, but he doesn't know you because you never had that communion with him, that relationship with him, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Bible says, he that says they know me and don't follow my commandments is a liar. And there's no truth in him. So he's saying, if you say you know me and you don't follow my commandments, then you're lying.
And you're worthless.
And there's
So-
no truth in you.
So let me ask y'all a question, right? Because I've had this conversation with my brother and us talking about it. But what do you feel about like other religions, right? Like, say, okay, so we all know about the commandments, we all know about the Bible, but like say, like Islamic people, right? They were taught.
They're lying.
But you know what I mean?
Well,
like they were raised to know, like, hey, if I kill.
Yeah.
If I do a suicide bomb, I'm going to heaven. I'm gonna have
in the
1,000
Quran-
women or whatever.
And the Quran tells you for enlightenment to look at the Torah, the Bible, which is the first books of the Bible, right? They talk about Jesus, they talk about Mary in the Quran. They actually, they don't eat pork. They don't. Eat
I don't think they
lions.
acknowledge Jesus as the savior,
As
though.
the-
He's a
yeah,
prophet.
He's a prophet in their thing.
He's just like a regular guy.
And you ask them, they'll tell you, and there's where the split comes, right?
They
From
worship Allah, right?
which is God. It just
Allah,
means-
yeah.
But they split with Ishmael and Jacob, right?
Ishmael. and,
Ishmael was the descendants of the Arabs, right? So you had, was it Sarah or Rebecca?
I think it was Sarah.
Sarah. When she had, because what was the slave's name that Abraham had the babies with?
Man, her name was Sarah was the wife, bro, and then Ray.
Remember, because she was old and she couldn't have a kid, so the servant
was her
came
name,
and he had
bro?
a kid, and they named that child Ishmael. Ishmael is the descendant, well, all the Arabs are the descendants of Ishmael, and God told him that they would prosper and be rich, and that, but they weren't the chosen ones. So, the Bible says, there's where a lot of people get thinking. I believe that only a certain people could be saved. And I don't believe in any religion at all. There's no religion in the Bible, right? So only believe what the Bible says. But Christ himself said he only came for the children of Israel. all through there, right? There's only 18 nations in the Bible. There's no Mexicans. There's no thing. So we have to come from somebody else, right? So if Christ over and over says he only comes for the house, the children of Israel, what happens to everybody else? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What happens to everybody else? The laws, I don't believe an Edomite could sin. I don't believe that.
That's in the Quran, or
No, that's in, well, because if he only came for the children of Israel, right, and the laws and stuff are only for the commandments are only for the children of Israel, if you're not
Hagar.
if you're not a child of Israel, can you sin? And I believe you can't. I don't think an Edomite could sin. I don't think an Arab could sin because they're not from the house of Israel. Because it's just like if you're my son, right, and this is your friend, and the rules, here's the rules, but that's at my house.
Mm-hmm.
Now
His
they
house
do
is
shit different
rules.
at his house, so you're not breaking rules when you go to his house and you stay up past 10.
Yeah.
But at my house, everybody goes to bed at 10.
Yeah.
So Christ comes and says, these are for the children of Israel. The blessings, the laws, and everything are for the house of Israel.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So if you're not from the house of Israel, can you sin? I say no, because you're not in that house. You don't belong to that bloodline. And that's what I don't believe they're the true Jews, but that's what they believe. They don't believe anybody else is being saved, but them.
Yeah.
They would, if you tell them to be honest with you and tell you, they would tell you.
Yeah.
The Quran, the Torah, well, the Talmud, and the Bible says none of them, they believe that nobody else could be saved but Israel.
But them. So I guess what you're trying to say is like what religion or what denomination would you consider to be truth? So to me, Mormonism and Jehovah Witnesses, right? I think those are kind of man-made.
Definitely.
Man-made theologies or man-made religions, right? Christianity can fall under, I think, Baptists, all these other, non-denominationals or Baptist, Methodists, all these. I think just because you have like certain different like instruments, no instruments, blah blah, whatever. I think you still kind of fall under the same umbrella like we talked about earlier. Mexicans, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But once you start getting into like Joseph Smith, a totally different guy, you know what I'm saying, or Allah, totally different guy. I think that's whenever you start getting a little, I think whenever this is my beliefs.
Yeah.
I don't know. My beliefs, this is what I say. If you're Catholic or Baptist or Methodist or non-denominational, whatever, I think you're going to inherit the kingdom of God. And then whenever we get up there, God's going to sort it all out and be like, this is why you're wrong, this is why you're wrong, this is why you're wrong, but you're all right in a certain sense, right? But if we start making up like, okay, well, Joseph Smith and this other guy, like, okay, now y'all are way off now, okay? So I think it's like man-made religions are different than like everybody just kind of interpreting different things different ways. Like,
well, all religion is man-made, right?
I think so. I think so.
The root word of religion is restraint.
Yeah. So
Right?
so I think so, but it comes to a point to where like, the Catholics they worship the Virgin Mary or they pray to the Virgin Mary when the Bible says you should not have any other idols except stuff
I
like that.
100%, but I believe every religion, and I'm not, and excuse me, everybody, I'm not shitting on nobody's church.
Yeah, me either.
And
Me either at
anybody's
all.
beliefs.
At
You know
all.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
me
I'm
either.
not. But there's one Bible, and the Bible says what it says. And if you don't, I'm not gonna say my personal. What the Bible says, it says what it says. And if you don't like it, take it up with God.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go to a church and they let women preach, you're in the wrong church. Because the Bible says for the women to be quiet and for the husband to teach them. And if they're not married, the older women to teach them. So if you go to a church and you have a woman who's teaching to the men, the congregation, you're in the wrong church because the Bible says not to. If you're in a church that they're telling you to eat, that it's okay. They're having Catfish Fridays. You're in the wrong church. And I know that sounds bad and like I'm putting down all these things, but if the Bible says something, that's what it says. Yeah. And like I said, you can't be mad at me because I said that it's wrong.
Yeah. It talks about not wearing makeup, not wearing jewelry.
And there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm not that deep.
Yeah, so
I'm not that deep into it. You know,
it goes deep. It goes deep.
But like I said, the reward at the end is definitely worth the everything you have to do, right? Because the reward at the end, because our life is this big, right? Our lifespan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But eternity,
forever.
You can't measure it, right?
Forever.
So to follow these commandments that He gave you for this long, to enjoy heaven forever, is worth that struggle, right? So, but and Christ came and died to give us grace and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Because we don't know who we are. Yeah. And we're taught different. But like I said, the Bible says women can't teach. Women can't do these certain things.
Shouldn't shave.
Like us, men, it says men are supposed to have beards. You're not supposed to shave your beard off.
Like at all.
At all.
Yeah.
And like,
it's
you think
crazy.
I like growing this? This is the weakest beard probably in Lubbock, Texas.
No,
this is not, bro. Competition, bro.
I was gonna say something about that.
You ain't gotta tell me what I know. But every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, God, this weak ass
I'm over
beard.
here before I come over here.
Lord, please.
I was rubbing a potato on mine because my friend told me that worked.
Dude, I'm over there with that.
It's onion. They like to. It's onion.
I got that little roller thing with the needles.
The drummer roller.
Oh, shit.
Hey, he's all aerated his skin.
Yeah, man. But I don't like it because it's not like
a full beard,
right? But the Bible tells me that I have to have it, right? I don't believe like if you're in a church that has that says it's okay to be homosexual, you're in the wrong church.
Yeah.
There's rules. I truly believe, and I said it before, that Christianity has become really weak, man.
It has, bro.
You can say anything to a Christian, and what they'll try to hit you back with is turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
But if
so
you say,
they try to and this is another thing too, is that the Bible says what it says, right? But people will make it, take it out of context to make you feel a certain kind of way, or this is what we believe and this is why, because they're taking it out of context, right? And that really sucks, bro, because nowadays, like you just said, that one little comment, bro, I could honestly say this, and it's the truth, bro. It's kind of hard to distinguish the world from the truth, or the world from the church, and the church from the world, because there's so much of both intertwined. You know what I'm saying? Because now you have Justin Bieber's pastor coming to preach, and the Kardashians' pastor coming to preach, or this other celebrity pastor coming to preach, or you have, T.D. Jakes going to the Diddy party, and all this and that, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, okay, like, the Bible says that Jesus hung out with sinners, right? But he influenced the sinners. The sinners didn't influence him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man. That's the difference there.
You go to the sinner because that's who you're trying to save. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, so it's like with this, bro, like with me. If I was a DJ, right, and I DJ every now and then, right? But if they tell me, like, hey, we need you to come DJ at a dog show. All right, cool, I'm there. I need you to come DJ at a car show. Okay, I'm there. I need you to come DJ at a strip club. I don't know. I might lay hands. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pray for that. The Bible said lay hands. I'm gonna lay hands.
I'm gonna wear sweatpants with no underwear.
but you gotta kind of know your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like I'm just gonna say this because it's out there. If dogs turn you on, then don't go.
Yeah.
Or if you get turned on by cars and the models and all that, then don't go.
And stuff like that. Like me.
Yeah.
I don't drink. Not because I have nothing against drinking. It's just that that's my, like, if I start drinking and I get to a point, then the old me is easier to come out. You know what I mean? I have no control because who I am is who I am, right?
Yeah.
And I have to control the way I am, especially like in business, anything, you got to restrain yourself to certain things. But I know alcohol is my trigger. Yeah. So I can't.
So you kind of stay away from it.
Yeah, so I can't drink socially with people. Like, I'll drink a couple shots with everybody, because my couple of shots will become a couple more, and
Yeah.
a couple more.
More than at least a this and that,
then
or whatever.
who I've worked so hard not to be anymore.
You become, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So-
So I know I got to stay away from that.
But that's
people
why
gotta know.
it's a daily prayer for me to say, "Deliver me from temptation."
Yeah.
And I didn't realize this until a few podcasts ago, where when you're battling temptation, you should start praying, and that's what That's what helps me.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like
Yeah,
you said,
gotta pray against
if
it.
such and such turns you on, you shouldn't go to that party because you know that person's going to be there that turns you on.
Yeah, and you have to, like me knowing that triggers you. Me as your friend, should know like he doesn't like that. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like if
yeah.
I knew that this was your downfall, I'm gonna keep that away from you, even if that's who I still am.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And then you should know like maybe I should not go around him.
Yeah.
If that's what he does, because even though you're keeping it away from me, might still wait. I know you got some faucet, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, but the bottom line is the Bible is a strict word that says what it says, and it's to be held at a higher regard, right? So if anybody follows the true meaning of the Bible, you're probably a hairy dude with a hairy chick that doesn't wear makeup, earrings, and you don't eat any kind of meat that it says not to eat, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think everybody kind of picks and chooses what they want to do, because you could have somebody that follows the whole word of the Bible, but they won't give their 10% to the church.
Yeah. But I
You know
got
what
a
I'm saying?
different thing on the church.
That
giving money.
goes.
And the
that
reason
goes.
is because there's no temple.
Yeah.
You're only supposed to give when there was
Yeah.
a temple. It's in there. There's no temple.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
I totally agree, because like I said, I could say like if you're there, but we got to hold these people who are teaching our children and the congregation to a higher level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't say
for sure, bro.
we can't have.
Yeah.
And I always get backlash from women when I say like women need to be quiet in the church, but the Bible says for them to be quiet. Yeah, like if you want to learn something, don't ask this pastor who's probably trying to sleep with you.
Yeah, you have to learn. You have to start that at the house.
Yeah, because you teach your wife, because she's teaching the most important people in the world to you.
Are
is
your
kids?
children? Yeah.
Is
So
your kids.
like here's the thing, bro. Like my thing is like I can't expect to just go to church and be like, here, teach them.
Yeah.
It starts at the house, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
that's why
I got to be the one to lead the way.
You're the leader.
And then you come and top us off.
Yep.
And then we're back at home.
Yep.
And we're getting filled up, and then you come and top us off.
Yep.
It can't be like we come empty and you fill us up.
Yep.
Like, nah.
Exactly.
If the only time that you eat a good meal is the time that you go to a restaurant, then something's wrong at the house, bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
You ought to be able to be
100%
like,
correct, bro.
eat a good ass meal at the house and go to the restaurant just for to top you
And I
off.
tell people like
You know what I'm saying?
because
That's a
you
good
think-
analogy.
Yeah,
That makes
exactly,
sense,
bro.
yeah. That's
Because
good.
you only got so long with your kids because they're at school and you're at work. Like I tell them, by the time I get home from work, I got about 2 hours with my son.
At the most.
2 hours, man, and I'm tired, and he got full of energy. And if I don't try to instill some kind of values, my values into him, the school is right. So I got to be careful where I send my son and what they're teaching him there. And then if I don't teach him the word that I believe that is saying to me, somebody else is going to teach him. And then we're not following in line. I'm not being the leader Christ told me to be, right? Because it's God, Christ, man, husband, and children, right? So I have to teach my wife. She has to be and that's what submissive means. It doesn't mean she kisses my ass while I go to the club.
No, yeah, yeah.
Submissive is like, you chose me to be your leader, follow me, right? And I'm not going to lead you astray if you pick, you know what I mean? If you picked a good man, and everything I'm teaching you right because I want you to teach our children. That's who because I could care less about the rest of the world, right? This is my home. This is my world. This is my world right here, and I need her to teach them my values, our values together. But if we don't, man, and like I said, I'm not shitting on nobody's churches. I'm not shitting on anybody's beliefs and stuff like that. But the Bible's the Bible, man. And there's certain things we can do and certain things that we can't. Our diet is something we can do. I don't make my own clothes. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's tough. Bills are gonna come.
Yeah.
You know, I don't own my own. I can't grow my own food. I don't own you're still gonna pay taxes, so I have to come up with money to pay that, right? So now that's one of your questions was, what do you struggle with? Is balance. I know what I'm supposed to do, and that's why I told Adrian, man. Like I know I'm gonna pay, and that's a scary fucking thing, bro, to live with, knowing that I'm going to pay for everything I did wrong, right? and still love God with everything I have, and know that I don't deserve to be in heaven. And when the time, and if He has grace on me, like, oh my God, that'd be the greatest thing, right? To have grace on me. But all I could do, because I feel like I'm not worthy, definitely not worthy to be there. I've committed all these sins, but it's maybe if I'm a good enough dad and a husband, maybe, man, maybe my son has a chance. You know what I mean? Maybe them. Because, any of us, he's a dad, you're a dad, I'm a dad. We happily give our place in heaven for our children.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that's what I'm saying. I know I'm gonna have to pay for those things, and I know I 100% don't keep $613, right? So, and I will pay, but if I could just teach my son, and maybe at 5 years old, maybe he could get in and learn and be a man that could get into heaven. I did. I'm happy. You know what I mean? And even though I'm scared because I know I'm gonna have to pay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm scared because I know.
Yeah.
And that's a long time, forever.
Man, the thing about it though, bro, like going back to your question, right? So the hardest thing, like I said, was to learn how to deal with my adult children, right? So I changed my life to give my kids a better life, right? So I would expect my kids to be God-fearing, God-serving, and they're the farthest from it, bro. And it breaks my heart. And now they're throwing it in my face that, we're not perfect, we're not this.
How old are your kids?
My oldest is 27, 25, and 23.
They don't have any kids themselves?
The oldest one has 2 of her own. She's not the one that's like...
But the one that's giving you the most issues.
Yeah, she's got 2 step kids or whatever. But she has a dude, and I've talked... maybe I haven't, maybe I have, I don't know. But she has somebody feeding her some BS, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm scared of with my
feeding
daughter.
her this BS, bro. That, like, it went from one point, like, praising us, oh, y'all raised a good human being, y'all are awesome, y'all are this, y'all are that. So all of a sudden, like, man, screw y'all, y'all are hypocrites, y'all are this, y'all are that. And then my wife says, bro, it's funny because you were just praising me the other day. Well, that was before I knew who y'all were. But drugs are involved, bro. I'm gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
No, man.
But at the same time, it's kind of like, we heard a message last Sunday that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, were you harboring these feelings all along, bro?
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like, were you just bullshitting me until now because things aren't going your way? Or, I mean, I know I've said some hurtful stuff, bro. Like, it's kind of like words are kind of like a tube of toothpaste, bro. You know what I'm saying? You say stuff, and once it's out,
Yeah,
bro.
you can't put it back.
It doesn't matter what it is,
Yeah.
whether it's good or it's bad. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever tried putting toothpaste back into the tube? You just can't do it, bro.
Yeah.
You just can't. Once it's out, bro. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, was this how you were feeling the whole time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or
It was.
like, it's
and
just,
I hate to say that, man, but it probably was.
It probably
and
is.
the reason I had to ask the ages and stuff like that, because, like I said all the time, and I told David before, like, 20-year-old someone thought different with his dad
Yeah.
versus my age now. Back then, I was like, oh, they're dumb. They don't know anything. Now I'm like...
The only thing
know
that
what I mean?
saves me, bro, is that, like, I've had friends that have heard this conversation, and they said, because I know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But they said, man, whenever such and such was going through that, this is the stuff that they said, because it makes no sense, bro.
Yeah.
And they were like, whenever they got right, they were apologizing, like, bro, I didn't mean that. And I kind of get it, because whenever I was out there, lost and addicted to drugs, I said stuff because I wanted you to believe what I wanted you to believe. So I was going to hurt you in any kind of way. It didn't matter what I said. You know what I mean? I was taking low blows all day. But whenever I come to a realization, like, okay, my bad, I didn't really mean that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to get what I wanted. But it still hurts, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I'm
don't
saying?
forget.
You don't.
You
bro.
don't forget, man.
You'll
Like
forget,
you said,
but you won't forget,
yeah,
bro.
you'll always
know what I'm saying?
remember, like you said, once it's out, it's out.
It's out, bro.
But
It's
like I
there.
said, you can forgive, and I've said a lot of shit, because I used to not know how to fight with my wife. and I would just say the most cut, low blow shit I could say, bro,
That's
because I
enough,
knew
bro.
I could get her. I'm like, I'm gonna say that, and then she would say shit, and I would get super mad. Now 20 years, we still fight. That's how
Oh,
I
yeah,
know we
for
still
sure.
love each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once we stop fighting, then I'm gonna be
Yeah,
worried.
once you stop fighting,
I'm
then
sorry,
you got
but
something
we
to
know
worry
how
about.
to fight.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
for
She's
sure.
gonna say some things
Yeah.
to make me mad, but
Yeah.
we're not gonna say
Low blow shit.
Yeah.
disrespectful. We're not gonna get disrespectful with each
Yeah.
other. We're gonna
Yeah.
say some things like, "You're so dumb," you know, stuff like that, or
Yeah.
little things here, little jabs here
Yeah.
and there. And then when we feel like, okay, now we're gonna start getting really angry, we gotta separate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go downstairs and fuck around with Malachi shit down there, or
Yeah.
go to his room and go to sleep. You know, just
I'm
get
gonna go to
away.
that one little resort.
Yeah, exactly. Chill, man.
I'm going back to Punta Cana.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go finger a dolphin.
Dude, oh, bro. I gotta tell that story, bro. Can I tell that story?
Yeah, bro. Go ahead, man.
Okay. I might have a warrant for my arrest in Punta Cana
with Pete, with
Yeah,
Peter.
with PETA for molesting a dolphin when I was there.
Peter
So
Diddy.
we went to Punta Cana for a week, and we stayed at the Hard Rock Resort, right?
That's a good name for the story, bro.
Hard So, we're picking excursions to do, right? So I was like, it came down to a monkey place.
Finger and dolphins.
And
Said I
touching dolphins, right? So I was like,
He was
I-
just
my
checking
son-
their temperature.
Yeah, my son said, let's do dolphins, right? He wants to swim with dolphins and all this stuff. He said they were nice and all this. We get there, he decides he does not get into the pool, right? So we already paid for the thing. So we're like, okay, we get in there, dolphins. We're swimming with the dolphins. Dolphins giving us kiss. We're dancing with the dolphins, everything. So then the educational part comes on, right? Like telling you stuff about the dolphin. So the dolphin swims when they tell everybody to put their hands in water. You touch the top of the dolphin, right? So we're like, damn, that's smooth, right? It sheds its skin like every 3 days or some shit.
Damn.
Damn. I
Right?
don't know the head skin.
Yeah. So that's why it's so
Foreskin.
slick. Foreskin, right? So he takes off, and it comes back around, and he said, okay, now touch the belly of the dolphin, right? So it comes swimming upside down. So I put my hands down on this dolphin, bro, and I'm touching it.
But he went like this.
Dude, yeah. I was like,
He went like this.
and my hand went into a crevice, right? And I pulled it out fast, and I'm like, what did I just put my hand in this fucking dolphin's ass, right?
Finger hut.
I thought that was worst case scenario. It's
back
not.
as a dolphin.
The ass would have been best case scenario. It was not. He goes, let me see. So he calls. There's 2 dolphins, right? He calls it the dolphin back over there, and he turns it up, and he goes, "Oh no, you touched his male genitals, right?" And I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, you swiped his balls.
Dude, I was like,
You touched his gooch.
how can you tell that's a male, right? Like, how
Gucci
can you
man.
tell?
It looks like the other one.
Just like the other one, bro.
Minus
And he
the
was like,
stripes.
no. He held the dolphin's there, and he's holding, he's like, it
Pulls
has-
his balls out.
See, that's it.
Hey, he pulled his finger out of the water.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, it was that dude.
That was a guy.
I know
it
the
was
smell. But he was like, it has 3 lines. So if it has 3 lines, it's the male. No lines is the female.
So he said, if it's 3 lines, it's dog.
Yeah.
No lines, it's dog female. And
He
you
goes-
touch dog.
He goes. So I said, he goes, and this one has 3 lines. Are you sure? Double check, goddamn, because
I didn't feel no
dude,
lines.
I didn't feel no lines.
It was the
man.
other one.
So he was like, no, it's the male, man. I was like, son of a bitch.
The
right?
mailman?
And then Amanda's on the left-hand side of me. Angel, my daughter's on the other, and they can't stop laughing, right? The whole fucking time. I'm like, fucking shit, man.
I ain't never gonna hear the end of this
So
shit.
it goes on, man, and then I was like, fucking man, this fucking dolphin keeps eyeing me. I swear.
He's got a crush on me.
Hey, somebody get Flipper and take
He's
his
like,
ass.
he's like, you gonna
take
leave me
his ass
blue
away.
balls? You gonna leave me hanging there? Dude, what the fuck you gonna do? I was like,
He's like, hey, go up there and
man.
tell him you want another session. On me. On me.
Dude, I was like, my fucking luck. Never swimming with dolphins. Any trip I ever gone to, and I fucking molested dolphins. Do this shit, bro.
So, have you ever heard about how healing dolphins are? So apparently,
Now you know.
Hold on. My cuticles look good on my hand.
His hand, his scar on his hand healed up.
They're glowing. My tattoos got darker.
back, I think in Hawaii or somewhere, Tahiti, somewhere.
acceptable.
They would have births with the Dolphins. The mom, the pregnant mom, would go in there and then she would like birth the baby, and with the help of the Dolphins. And apparently, it was like a real healing experience for the baby and like everything. And then there's something to it because then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they outlawed it and then they banned it, and it was against the law.
For real?
Yeah, and so anyways,
Just white folks doing that?
it was like
I don't see Mexicans or blacks doing that.
no,
at
for
all.
real. I mean,
just
I'm
saying.
talking like this was years ago, not
No,
like.
but I mean, like,
This is what I saw on this documentary, right? So, anyways, that fast forward to a TikTok that I saw. There was a lady with her family that are swimming with the dolphins, and it's her turn, like you said, like she comes around to be petted or whatever. The dolphin didn't want nothing to do with her, and
she was pregnant or what?
so they're like, I don't know what's wrong with this. You like the dolphins don't want to fuck with you, and then so the guy, the instructor or whatever, was like asking her questions, and he was like, "Are you pregnant?" And she goes, "No," and he goes, "I don't know. You might want to check that."
Yeah.
And come to find out, she was pregnant, and the dolphins didn't want to hurt her.
Damn.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
so you're
man.
not pregnant, bro.
Yeah, well, listen, man. That's a good thing.
But there's some shit to like the healing powers of fucking dolphins.
That's crazy.
They were pretty cool, man. Like I said, other than to that point. And then I just didn't feel right.
That fucking dolphin was waving at you with his third fin.
Oh, that's my guy.
That's my dude right there.
He slowed down.
Yeah.
He slowed down when he came by you.
That guy kept going stopping like, it's cool.
He's
Again.
Hey, San Juan, come on back. Come on back, brother.
Trying to drown him under the water. Fuck you, dolphin.
On that note, man, I guess we'll fucking kill it, brother. I don't know if you know, but I stopped doing shout outs because it got so repetitive, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a shout out, bro.
I want to have the opportunity for you to say anything, a party message or whatever you want to say, bro.
Oh man, I don't know about a party message, man, but or party. Yeah, I was like, party hard. Nah, man. All I want to say, man, is just, man, live life to the fullest, bro. Like my thing is, bro, like life is the only account that you can't check your balance on, bro. Your time, you know what I'm saying? You could open up your stocks, your bonds, your bank account, checking account, whatever, and see how much your balance is or whatever. Life, you don't, bro.
Yeah.
You never know. So live life to the fullest. If there's, anybody that you need to make amends with, make it, bro. You know what I mean? Family, friends, whatever it is. Children, man, make the call, bro. Suck it up. Be the bigger person, bro, because you never know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
you never know
badass.
the balance, bro. So life is what it is. And on that note, man, just go get it and come back with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
Make amends, for real.
yes, sir.
I mean, life is way too short to hate a motherfucker because they reneged on a game of spades.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. You went too far.
Or swap
I ain't
your
never
little-
reneged on no
or swap your
spades.
little slot.
Yeah. You molest the dolphin. It's okay.
It's all good.
You got a message, bro?
My message is just like with me, take a chance, man. If you have a dream, if you have, anything. I mean, you have your own business. You have your own business. Take a chance, man. I mean, I went from, selling plates on Facebook to running a food truck. And it all it took was a chance.
Yeah.
If you have a passion, if you have just support, like my wife is my biggest supporter, my family, all my friends that come out there support me, everybody that just shows us love, just take a chance, dude.
Yeah.
Don't wait till it's too late, because like with me, I took a chance and I went for it and it paid off, but everybody could do it. You know what I mean? And everybody that's scared to take a step to say, well, I don't know if that's me or I don't know if I could do it. Dude, like you said, like Juan said, I mean, we're getting to the point. I'm 40. You know what I mean? Like we're getting to the point where there's not a lot of chances to take no more.
But if you're waiting for the right time, it's never gonna come.
It's never gonna come.
Never gonna come.
You're never. It's never gonna come, man. So my message to me, I mean, to everybody is take a chance, go for it. You'll learn if it fail. You know what I mean? Even if you fail, you're gonna learn.
Yeah.
And tell people where to find you, bro.
Well, we're on Facebook, Bubba and Breeze, Grilled Cheese, Instagram. I don't have that. She does that account, so I don't know what our tag is for that. But we're on Instagram also. You know, if you haven't tried us, try us. You know,
it's some good shit, man.
Yeah,
Definitely
I mean,
good.
Yeah.
You need to get on TikTok, bro, or Nextdoor. That's all I got. That's all I got, bro. I can't always
Don't get on next door, bro. He likes to fight on there.
I heard about that.
That's the only
You're
guy,
running
bro.
by. I don't want to see you running. I'm gonna shut the door.
Yeah.
Tell people where to find you, brother.
Man, you can find me on Tinder.
Swipe left.
Yeah,
Swipe right.
Yeah. Nah, man, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at the Let Me Find Out podcast on Instagram and Facebook, and then the Dogfellas podcast on Facebook and Instagram. Pretty much all I have. And then, like, my lawn service, just give me a holler, man. 806-559-6511. It's just word of mouth, man. So,
Well, you have your dogs on TikTok, though.
Yeah,
I
I'm
follow
on
you
TikTok
on that,
too.
man,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
all
yeah.
your dogs. I like that. I follow you on that one.
Shit, what is it? What is my TikTok thing? It's probably
I knew it was you, but I follow you on it. 'cause you had all your
You do
dogs.
Frenchies, right?
Frenchies, yeah. I think it's under my name.
I think so.
I seen some TikToks with some badass Frenchies. They're having like
that's
a
mine,
fur.
That's mine.
They have like
That's mine, bro.
They have like fur Frenchies now. Like
hairy.
Yeah, hairy
Yeah,
fur.
I'm on my way with the hairies.
No shit.
With the
Damn.
hairies. Yeah, so I think it might be under Anthony Ray. Anthony Ray 00.
Anthony Ray all day.
Anthony Ray all day. Hey, if you just look up the hashtag Texas Frenchie Plug, you'll find me, baby.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
okay. And-
yeah.
And
So Anthony Ray all day.
the fur Frenchies they shed.
Yeah.
Oh god damn, that's gonna be a motherfucker.
No, they don't. They don't.
Dude, they're sick though. I see some TikToks. They're sick.
They're hypoallergenic, bro.
Yeah, they're hypoallergenic.
She's been wanting a Frenchie for years.
Hey,
but
Frenchie's a bad
I got an
bro.
English bulldog, and I'm like, I
English
think
is
my
cool,
last
too.
one.
A Frenchie.
They're
Frenchies
lazy
man,
motherfuckers,
Frenchies are
right?
cool,
Yeah,
bro.
dude. But dude, my
They're
bulldog.
high
is-
strung though. They're like crack addicts.
Well, the Frenchies.
Yeah.
See, I told her about that. I was like, I don't want to. She wants one that carries around, sleeps on bed. I was like, dude, that's not a Frenchie.
You can though, cause like Blue and Sosa, dude, they're A1, bro. Like if I tell her like Blue, she'll stop, bro, and she'll like, damn, I done messed up. The other two, they don't give a damn, bro.
No shit.
Hell nah.
See,
So
my
you gotta
bulldog-
train them from a pup, bro. You know
My
what I'm saying?
bulldog, dude, she is legit, bro. I cut the grass in the front. She'll stay in the front yard. She don't run across the street. If she sees a cat across the street, well, nobody was paying attention to her ass. That's why she fucking left. But if I'm there watching her, and she sees a cat, I'll be like, Fenway, and she'll stop and sit there at the curb and just watch the cat. It's like she won't run across the street or nothing like that. The only time she ran away or fucking. Because nobody was watching her. I was watching my son cut the grass.
I was watching him. You were watching
I ain't
her.
gonna be accountable for this shit.
I wasn't paying attention to her. She was a block away. So,
You got any ending messages you got?
No, not really, man. Just don't touch the Dolphins with 3 lines. Just watch out for those.
Man, so I really got to mention my sponsors, man. DJ Keepo 806 on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
Grindr.
And I think Grinder. Look for the guy that's doing selfies with no shirt on in the bed. Yeah, man.
pouring a
DJ Keepo
Coca-Cola on his
806.
chest. Pouring
Coca-Cola on his nipples.
Spreading that butthole.
Pour it on my cheeks. Oh, man. And Patriot Painting Construction. No job too big, too small. Hit them up. And Tigre Burrito. If you guys still have not tried Tigre Burrito, Aron.
I know. Hey, I'm going to knock on the door at 6 o'clock.
I don't know what you're doing with yourself, man. But, yeah, man. Until next time, guys. Read some books.
Oh, It's you again. This episode is brought to you by Patriot Paint and Construction. They specialize in commercial and residential. They also specialize in drywall and paint. No job is too big or too small for them. Hit them up at 806-544-7199.